I published my book about you. They think I even settled on a good title. And the new symbol of peace was young.
I'll try my best, and I'll live up to that name. I want to be strong so I won't worry people. I want to always win and save everybody. I want to become the greatest. Got it?
Yo, what's going on, everybody? What's poppin', everybody? We are here. We are here. I am here. What's going on? I'm good, man. I am good. What's going on with you, Matt? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I got a thumbnail from this person on Twitter. I just scrolled through and I found them. I've been seeing their thumbnail work throughout the any manga community, and their thumbnails are really good. I would, you know, do the whole try to use them for my thumbnails, but I can't do that now at this point. I mean, I can, but I wouldn't use them for my thumbnails. I'd probably use them for like other things. Oh, they're definitely different. But I'll probably try to use them for other things, maybe like you know, like work inside the video and stuff like that. But I have to figure out how much, you know, it's gonna cost me. So yeah, that's the thing. Nothing much. Got to do schoolwork and soon. Oh, schoolwork soon at my job. But now just chilling. Okay, where you work? Where you work at? I want to make sure that everything is good. 1080 HD. Oh, a Greek restaurant. Okay, that's what's up. Okay, I rock with it. A Greek restaurant. Okay. I'm starting to realize that I'm so much more of a chill YouTuber. And I'm not like super animated. I'm not like super, hey guys, this is what we're doing today, guys. I'm not really one of those like type of like YouTubers. And every time I get like in the groove of things, just my own little vibe and stuff like that, man, I swear, I promise you, I'm just like, man, like, I want to be so chill, but I want to be so passionate at the same time. I don't know. I'm starting to learn more about myself right now as a YouTuber and trying to figure out how to combine that with my content and trying to express that and use that as a branding for me. Because I'm very passionate about the things that I have a tunnel vision. I think that's the thing. I have so much of a tunnel vision that it's ridiculous, and it's ridiculously hard for me to even look outside of the things that I don't know. I'm kind of ranting. And I know because I got my dinner there after work. it be smacking. I mean, be getting food from work, man. Do what you gotta do, boss. Ian, what's bobbing? What is going on, Ian? Long time no see. Nah, I'm playing. All right. So I do want to kind of get into the chapter. Because My Hero Academia, this chapter was actually amazing. It was really, really good. Not saying that it was supposed to be bad or anything like that, but this chapter was actually really good in so many different ways. And I want to kind of go over that. I want to go over that with y'all. There's a lot of questions that I have, and I'm debating on whether I need to make a video about it. But I don't think I need to if I can get a live stream and kind of have some conversations with people. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out what it is that I truly desire or I want from, from my content and stuff like that, as far as what it is that I want to bring for myself. Is it me just putting out or me receiving as well? I don't know. So let me go ahead and get this set up. Okay, I don't know what that is. Okay. Bink, bang, boom, shibink, bank. We're gonna grab you and we're gonna put you over here. But oh shoot. Okay. All right, that's fine. Let's do like this. Let's do like this. Okay. And then we gotta. Obviously, you can't have it over me. Sorry guys, I'm just organizing this real quick. Edit transformation. We're gonna put it at like what? Let's say 100, 200, 205 maybe. All right. Live chat. What the heck? Okay. Let's go ahead and fade it over. That's actually pretty unique. I didn't know I could do that. Okay, so let's do like this. Should I grab you? Okay, and then just move you forward. Okay. Transform.
Is it possible to become a hero even if I don't have a quirk?
300, 350,
I'm a normal kid without any powers. Could I ever hope to be someone like you?
340, 30. Okay.
Young man, I came here to thank you, and also to discuss your question from earlier. If you hadn't told me about your life, if you hadn't run into that fight, I would have been a worthless bystander. There are stories about every hero.
All right.
How they became great. Most have one thing in common. Their bodies moved before they had a chance to think.
Nah, but this chapter was actually a banger.
And today,
The big question that I have is like, how fast is this Ida? Right? Because look at this. Like, the speed in which he's going right now, it has to be relative to Deku, right? Or to the to Deku, to the full 100%. Am I tripping? I don't know why, but All For One Smile at the end doesn't look like him just saying. Yeah, it really doesn't. This smile, it doesn't look like him at all. Oh shoot, you can't see it. This smile does not look like All For One in the slightest. Not at all. not one bit. Not one bit. But it's epic though. It seems like Horikoshi is just kind of like going his own route with these characters and stuff like that. Okay. I actually need to adjust this. Okay. I need to adjust this actually. All right, that's what it is. There we go. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. There we go. Now you should be able to see everything. There we go. Okay. All right, we're here. All right, so let's talk about some My Hero Academia. Since we all here, you know what I'm saying? Obviously we talked about the spoilers and stuff like that, but let's kind of go a little deeper into it, right? So the chapter obviously starts off with Tsukauchi. Now the interesting thing is, like, dang, this whole panel that they have up, like this entire panel that they have up. Okay. Oh shoot. There we go. This entire panel that they have up right here, right? Well, right there, right? That's filled with all the, like, you can see all the different areas and fights that are going on. Like this type of stuff is like super big brain. It's ridiculous how much technology they have compared to like us. But this right here, look how large this freaking heat area is. It's ridiculous. I'm assuming that this is like the projected blast, like the size of the blast that Dabi would ultimately be affecting when he eventually explodes. I'm curious as to, like, is that the case or not? I'm curious as to, is that the case or not? Now my question is this, and I already know the answer to it. Well, kind of. We already know 1,000,000% that we're going to go back to see this fight in particular. So I'm not gonna trip over it, or I'm not gonna kind of, you know, focus too much on it, because Horikoshi is not going to not have us see the Dabi versus Endeavor fight. There's no way in the world that we don't have a flashback to maybe like 20 minutes or 10 minutes before, or whenever, or, you know, to the initial, when Endeavor was running away. There's no way we're not going to be able to get to that area, right? So we're 100% going to get to that area, and we're going to see the progression of that fight up until this moment. And I actually like that. I actually like that about what Horikoshi is doing in My Hero Academia. It's like he'll take a whole storyline all the way up, and then go right back and say, well, 10 minutes earlier, and then go to a different area and like bring their storyline all the way to where we finished off with the previous fight, and then he'll, you know, ultimately do it again. Like he'll do it again. And I think, I think it is almost a guarantee that he's gonna do the same thing with he's gonna do the same thing with this fight in particular, because it's the Dabi and Endeavor fight. There's no way in the world there's no way. It's impossible for me to actually believe that this fight isn't going to be shown. So, but my curiosity goes towards has Endeavor been defeated? No, not yet. Okay, so the interesting thing for me right here is, do I think Dabi actually can beat Endeavor in a fight? No. No. Do I think Dabi can beat Endeavor in a fight? Yes. Right? And what I mean by that, obviously, clearly, right, is Dabi can't beat Endeavor in an actual fight without the stipulation, is that the right word? Of the fact that he's his son. And he ultimately has to die. Like, Dabi can't beat Endeavor in a fight if Dabi wasn't Dabi. Like, okay, if Dabi wasn't Endeavor's son and Endeavor fought Dabi, and then Dabi still had this hot flame and stuff like that, Endeavor would beat him in a fight, in my opinion, personally. Mainly due to the fact that his combat skill is just astronomically better and higher than Dabi's, right? I wonder, should I make it wider? Yeah. But because of that, there's just no way that I can actually see that Dabi could I'm sorry, that Dabi could beat him in a fight. But to say not yet is the curious thing, right? Hold up. What is left? Oh, maybe I need to twist this.
Yeah, I get it.
My bad, chat. I'm trying to find like the perfect angle.
I keep seeing that over and over.
Bothering me so much.
You're wonderful, Deku.
Bothering me so much that I just have to. I have to adjust fire as I see fit. Alexa, turn light blue. Is this better or is the red better? Is the red better, chat? Alexa, turn light red. Blue better. Alexa, turn light blue. Dang, guys. Let me, you know what? Alexa, turn light green. Alexa, turn light green. Yeah. Yeah, disrespectful. Yeah. Try me. Alexa, turn light orange. Now you're gonna jump on me. Oh, it's blue. Blue, it's blue. Alexa, turn light orange. Yeah. Try me. Nah, I'm playing. Alexa, turn light blue. Alright. When it comes to this next fight, we know All Might gonna die, but also kind of hope All for One dies. There's a lot of questions to that. For me, is All for One gonna die? Probably. Who's gonna kill All for One? Shigaraki. Right? Shigaraki has to be the one that kills All for One. Right? Or at least it seems like that's the build-up has been towards Shigaraki killing All for One, unless I'm mistaken. So All Might isn't going to kill All for One. Now my question is, does All Might die? I think the answer is yes, but does All Might die at the hands of All for One? That's my main question. Does All Might dies at the hand of All for One? Do I need more light? Oh, that looks better. Or it looks a little better. I think it went back down. But does All Might dies by at the hands of All for One is my question. Right? Like, that's the question. Does All Might die at the hands of All for One? That definitely looks a little bit too much light. We should be good. My bad. I'm literally doing camera settings to make sure it's all good. Is it good, chat? Is the camera good? Is the camera good?
I remember she felt my left side unbearable. Oh, she poured boiling water on my face.
I'm trying to look good for y'all, chat. I'm trying to look good for y'all. Get back to work. What's this camera stuff? Hey, yo, whoa. Hey, don't be judging me.
Try yourself up if you want.
Try to look good for y'all, man. If I look good, we look good. You know what I mean? All right, let me read some of y'all comments. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Question: should I open up an event? I'm gonna ask everybody in my Discord.
What's wrong? Do you feel sick? Whenever I'm involved, someone's hand gets all messed up. Is something wrong with me?
Yeah, so like I'm talking about in Discord. So like in Discord, you're able to have events and stuff like that. So like if anybody want to have in my Discord, we can like do an event thing or whatever. I would like to. I would kind of like to. I would kind of like to. You know, do more live streams, like events and stuff like that. So what is this man doing? No one cares about dinosaurs. All right, little. Do overflow reaction. What is? I don't even know what that is. All right. So I guess this is what I'm gonna do. No, I'm not gonna search it. I am going to create an event. Okay. Even where all can work. Dinosaurs don't exist, guy. Dinosaurs aren't real. I'm breaking hearts today. I'm breaking hearts today. Dinosaurs aren't real. They're not real. Stop playing. They're fake. Dinosaurs are not real. No, that's the music that's inside of the event. All right. My question, I just got a few questions. Okay. All right. So okay. So I got this going. Can I also add my camera to this? I can. Ah! Whoa, hold up. I can use my camera for two different things? Oh, shoot! All right, let's get it. It's time to be rich. It's time to be wealthy. It's time to be wealthy. All right. Hey, y'all. Okay, if y'all want, y'all can hop into my... Y'all can hop in my Discord server. Y'all can hop in my Discord server, and then we can chat it up about My Hero Academia. All right, hold up. How do I bring people up? Do I just drag them? How do I bring people up? Somebody tell me how I bring people up. Oh, VC text. Tell me how I bring people up. You got a studio in your room. Who is that? Hey, yo. How do I bring people up? Okay. I don't know. Somebody in Discord. Somebody in Discord, help me bring somebody up. Somebody in Discord, go to VC chat and teach me how to do this. Or do you gotta request it? See if you have to request it. Oh no, invite to speak. Okay, never mind. Invite to speak. Invite to speak. And maybe I might bring up Derp because Derp is weird. Derp is a weirdo. Derp is, I swear, man. Derp is such a weirdo. Like I swear, every time he messages me in my Discord, I'm like, this guy again. Oh shoot, he's in the chat. I didn't mean to, Derp. I'm sorry. That wasn't me. I didn't say that. No, don't leave the chat. Don't leave the chat. I was gonna add you. All right, hold on, wait a minute. I have to make sure it's all good. Man just exposed himself. Hey yo, what's going on, man? Matt, if you wanna hop in, hop in. Is my volume coming through? All right, my volume should be. Say something in Discord. I want to see. All right, can y'all hear that? Somebody let me know if you can hear that on YouTube. I want to make sure that I'm doing this right because oh, maybe it's this. Can y'all hear that on YouTube? I know they can hear me. Oh, actually, what I'll do is this. I'll see if I can. I'll just turn the music off. Because if me turn the music off, then I know I can see the thing. All right, say something again. Okay, no, they cannot hear you. All right, that's fine. Maybe it's this. Say something again. Ah!
Hello.
Astronomical, right? This is beautiful.
Here we go.
Greatness. What's poppin'? What's going on? Hold up. I gotta extend this. Yeah. What's going on? What's going on?
Just happy to help you out, man.
Hey, listen. I need as much help as possible. I am struggling. I'm not gonna lie. I am struggling. I swear, stuff like this, I've always desired, but life just keeps knocking me. And I'll be like, okay, well, I'll just postpone it for right now. So I do appreciate you. I do appreciate.
Wait, are you broadcasting on YouTube and Discord?
Yes. So
Cool.
ideally, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Learning a lot. So ideally, I want it to be like we can like chat here, but it's like us on YouTube too. So like everybody can like kind of be a part of it. You know, the people on YouTube who got YouTube, they can just do the YouTube thing, and then I ain't gotta talk for 2 hours. Right, by myself, waiting for comments on YouTube. I can have a conversation with people who want to talk. You know, theories. We can talk about theories, discussions, power scale, all that stuff. It's just, you know, actually doing it, which is like the problem. So, but I'm doing it now. So, what are they talking about in the chat? They're talking some crazy stuff. All right, let me turn the music back on. You can't hear the music though, right?
No, I can't hear the other stuff going on.
Interesting. Okay, so I wonder if there's a way to be able to allow that, but I'm not gonna focus on that. Outside of that, have you read the newest chapter?
Oh yes.
Ooh, what are your thoughts on? You said, oh yes, so I'm assuming you got something ready. You got something cooking.
So I've only got two big things. I'm excited for Mechmite. That's gonna be cool.
100%.
I want to see what happens.
He's gonna die.
I want to see whether or not it just gets tin canned. Like
No.
because,
There's no way.
Or if it can take some hits. I want to see if it can take some hits.
It has to, right? It has to, right?
Yeah, I think
It has
so.
to.
I hope so.
Is
I
Hori
hope
just gonna
so.
let All Might get fodderized? Like, the symbol of peace? Is he gonna get fodderized?
I don't know. Makia got clapped pretty quick, man. That laser beam was no joke.
But is Makia All Might?
I don't know, but All Might's not All Might right now either. He's
True
just
enough.
us too.
True
So
enough.
I just want to see. I want to see whether or not he can, you know, if he's just dodging.
True enough.
Or
True enough.
if
True
he
enough.
can hold his own.
Okay, that's a fact.
other things we've been talking about. I
me
don't
do
know
this.
if you noticed. Dobby has shoes again.
What? What are you talking about? Shoes? What? Hold on. Let me.
Yeah, he has boots. He went from like burnt, charred skeleton feet to boots.
All right, Dobby. Don't be. What's going on with Dobby? That's kind of crazy. What is going on? Hold on. Let me see. Dang, this chapter either have a lot of chapter pages or not. I don't know. I'm just scrolling for like a minute. I can't see him. Where's Dobby? Okay, back
They
there.
were saying he like did a like they couldn't tell if he was dancing or not, like in the shots. Cause
Nah,
you
he
know,
100% is dancing.
So like yeah, I think he has boots. I'm pretty sure he has shoes on.
It's hard to see. It's hard. Oh no.
Yeah, he's got like a cloak and boots, and it's like, where did all this come from, bro?
Hold on. Hold on. Let me go to this. Nah, I need to see the last time we seen him. Cause if this implies what I think it implies, that is not a good thing for the heroes. And it actually brings more merit, or I mean not merit, but like it's the biggest fear that I have, which is the statement in the chapter that says, hold up. It says, when Tsukauchi was like, has Endeavor been defeated? And the person was like, no, not yet. So I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by not yet? Like, obviously Horikoshi's gonna go back, right? Like Horikoshi has to go back, like back to before the fight where we can kind of see where we ended up at. But is Endeavor on the last, like if Dobby, if this is an accurate like image of Dobby right now, like if that was like a video footage of Dobby as their like as B-roll, that's
Right,
scary.
right.
That's scary because that means that Dobby is dancing and he's smiling, or you can at least see his teeth. That is scary because the question
Oh,
is, Endeavor, if Dobby is doing all this, what the freak is Endeavor doing?
Right.
Is he groveling on the ground right now? like something has to be happening. What is up with these people doing? Okay, so the last time we seen Dobby, oh shoot, see all, Control F, my hero.
John is right though. It's not
Oh yeah, by the way, if y'all want to hop in the chat, or hop in the event, anybody in YouTube. Hop in the Discord. You know what I mean?
I put the last pictures I saw in the leaks channel.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh, okay. Perfect. Leaks. Interesting. Now okay, the bottom right, does that look like feet?
See, that's what I was having trouble with.
Or are they
like,
boots? Oh, let me
I
show
can't tell
chat
if
so
it's
that
like
they
the
can
bottom of
see.
shoes or something. I
Yeah.
don't know, because I feel like in that very
me
first
show
picture,
chat.
I can see individual toes and stuff,
Yeah.
like leg bones.
Yeah. I mean, the first one you can definitely see. Or the top one.
Yeah,
The bottom one is like, is that?
right. And
That's
then
the
in
question.
But in the newest one, it looks like he even has like a cloak or something on, unless that's like fire coming out of his back.
I'm interested, but I'm trying to find out where the cloak would even have come, or where the cloak would come from, right? Cause that's made, like that's not a part of his being, is it?
Something interesting's going on in between. I think I'm with you on that. Something happened. Something had to have happened in between now and him about to blow. Because where is Endeavor? He was supposed to be getting chased. Now he's got boots.
See my last ping? What are they pinging me? Wise, can you invite me again, mate? Okay, got you. Let me come back. Okay. Invite to speak. Hop in, Matt. Hurry up.
What
Oh, whoa, you're loud. Am I the
Sorry
one
about that. Let me turn on my audio.
No, you're
Shit.
good. You're good. I'm gonna turn you down as user volume. All right, say something again.
But
All right.
I'm
we're
only
good.
gonna be here for a couple minutes. I have to do school stuff soon. But
Oh, yeah,
hey,
you-
what's poppin'?
You're good. We just chatting it up about some My Hero Academia. He bringing some much needed Dobby attention to me right now because I'm afraid.
Hey, Dobby rocking boots, but he ain't no Puss in Boots. I'm just
Hey,
saying.
yo, that's crazy. That's actually pretty crazy. That's actually pretty crazy. Where is? I'm trying to add this like thing to my chat, but I don't. Why is it not adding? Maybe I have to create a new one. Window chat. Window. I'm gonna put Discord. Make one for Discord, and so that people at least on YouTube can see what you're talking about.
Oh,
MHA
you want
League.
to show your like Discord screen?
Ah, there we go. Astronomical. Okay. And then we're going to transform. Y'all can see it, right? Or I don't know if it popped up by now. It should have popped up by now.
Oh, someone else is I think someone else still has to accept the request, like this
I-
black sun guy.
I thought I put it in. I thought I put a request in.
Guess he didn't accept yet.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. So let me do this real quick. Yeah, this is fun. I ain't gonna lie. Watch. In about 3 months, when I'm active on this, it's gonna be popping. These events are gonna be dope. All right, how do you? All right, 200.
Yo, I still remember that
300.
6-hour live stream you had.
It's
where,
ridiculous.
like, we just chatted it up about life in YouTube and My Hero Academia. That was
literally, and it was so long. 6 hours is
that
a
was-
long time.
that was great.
It was
That
pretty dope.
really
I ain't gonna
great.
lie. It was actually pretty dope. It was actually pretty dope. Okay, so we should be good. We should be good. All right. So we got the Discord chat up.
So hey,
All right, we out. All right, so boom. This is what he was talking about. And oh shoot, he did enough. No, dang
he
it.
left.
He left. Oh shoot, you got the webcam out. I see you, Matt.
I just got out of the shower. My hair's a
Hey, that man got the good. You got the good hair. My hair, I can't even show it because I haven't gone to the barber. Okay, chat. I haven't gone to the barber. Don't be judging me.
I think one
Cole,
time
what's
on
poppin'?
Instagram, someone said I'm Deku, and they have a point. When my hair's like buzzed out like a freaking afro, I look like Deku but curly hair.
Oh my, that's crazy. That's actually crazy. Okay. All right, I'm trying to. All right, what is this comment, bro? How do you escape? What are you talking about?
Oh hey Ian, what's up, man? Gotta fix my mic here.
What are you talking about? All right, so what I'm gonna do is, okay, I'm trying to find a way. Okay, so maybe if I do like this, right? And then I bring you, hold up. I do this, and then I copy that, and I bring it over here, and I paste it, right? And
Oh
then
no, Dino guy is back.
is he?
as little.
Oh, I see him. Yeah, hey guys. Dryosaurus is ridiculous. Hey, dinosaurs aren't real. All right? We don't believe in
I
those
refuse to
things.
believe that.
All right, how do you... Okay, I'm adding... You don't mind if I put your face on my thing, right? On my YouTube?
Oh, I see my face like really up close.
I know, yeah. It is. Right now, I'm trying to have it to where like it's like you can at least see like faces, and then I'll 200. Oh shoot, 200. Oh shoot. Let's move this over. All right, and then top. We'll put. Oh shoot.
Derp in the chat mid chapter.
Derp is a mid mod. Oh, Derp is a hater. All right, how you doing?
Good question.
Matt?
How long have you known Derp and Magnus since? I assume they've been like with you since like.
Yeah,
most of the beginning.
it's been literally two and a half years or 2 years. It's crazy.
I
hold up,
discovered your
2000?
channel, I think, around the. I discovered most My Hero Academia channels during the Villain Hunt days.
Yeah.
Because that's when I hopped into your chat, and then I discovered some other ones.
Yeah, I think it was 2 years.
Damn.
Was it 2 years? It's definitely a long time. It's definitely been a long time. I think it was 2. Hold up.
Yeah, that's crazy.
500. Yeah, it's actually kind of ridiculous how long. Cause okay.
Oh, Koa's like, how are you doing? I'm doing good, Koa's. Doing really good. Besides school stuff being the bane of my existence, I hate it.
What? MHA League.
It's just I've been stressed out. Okay, I've just been stressed out over school stuff. I just can't wait for summer so I can do YouTube again.
Nah, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right, what is Dirk talking about in MHA leagues? Bro, react to Overflow. I don't. What do you know what Overflow is? I don't know what Overflow
What is Overflow?
Listen, if it's not, let me see. Nah, mid chapter is crazy though. I on Dirt.
There
Wait,
was posted like a little thing, like it says, I don't know what y'all became insecure with the quirkless Deku takes just because All Might gain a mecha suit. This stuff still proves that Deku wouldn't be a hero even without a quirk unless he was wealthy and extreme tech provided by UA.
who's saying that? Is that what Dirt say?
No, it's like he says he just agrees with it, but it's like a little thing someone said on Twitter. I think it's Twitter. It has to be, but I don't know.
Wait, I don't know why y'all became insecure with the quirkless Deku takes just because All Might gain a mech suit. What do you mean quirkless Deku? Is it like that he can't be a hero? This stuff doesn't prove that Deku wouldn't be a hero even without a
You also gotta remember.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I think honestly, I think if Deku had like proper training and like,
yes, it does.
like martial arts, he probably would have been a good quirkless hero. Like he
Yeah.
just. In fact, remember, I believe when he was Yami Kumo, like in Horikoshi's original drafts, he was a quirkless hero.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
When he was like, he had the hair, the really emo hairstyle.
Yeah, I'm not watching Overflow, because I see pictures already and
Is it Pornhub?
nah, yeah, no, I'm not watching that. I am in, no, that's just, no. That's what we're not gonna do.
Yeah.
If y'all might be new here, but like I'm chill, I like to have fun, but some stuff is just weird, and I don't subscribe to a lot of that weird stuff. Okay, I'm not like the, lube. Like I'm not one of those guys. I'm not. It's weird for me to do that. I don't know, but yeah.
I think the only other anime or manga I plan on getting into is One Punch Man and Berserk.
You haven't seen One Punch Man?
Nope.
Wow.
I
don't know how.
I need to focus on other stuff. I'm finishing up Avatar: The Last Airbender. Then I'm gonna finish JoJo's Bizarre Adventure parts.
Yeah, I
4
knew
through
you.
6,
I knew you were talking
then
about
read the
JoJo's.
manga. Say again.
I said I know you've been talking about JoJo's. You've been talking about catching up to JoJo's for a minute.
Yeah, I love parts 1 through 3. Part 4, I gotta watch. Then I'm gonna catch up in the manga. Part 9 is currently going on right now, so I want to catch up as best I can before it ends. So
Yeah.
And Araki with this crazy
CJ,
mind.
you sit in the chat? Yeah, facts. I've been realizing that there really are some goats, like just some goats in this manga sphere. What the? Okay, all right. Hold on. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Dark, what are you talking about? I'm finally reading chat for the first time, and Dark is just talking about some nonsense.
I don't know what that man is going on about. Watch Monster Kid? What are you talking about?
And I'm scrolling up. This is
Overflow is NSFW. That's good to know. I don't know what is going on in the chat.
Oh, he's racist. Okay, gotcha.
Wait, hold up. What?
Yeah, I'm going to block him.
Oh no.
Yeah, he says, does Black Lives Matter? I don't think so. And I don't talk about politics. I mean, y'all should know this by. I mean, I know y'all know
talk
this.
about politics
but
here.
yeah,
This is
I don't talk about politics and none of that crazy stuff. You know what I'm
talking
saying?
about a manga where a bunch of kids have superpowers. and they
Yeah.
learn
If I'm talking about politics, it'll be based off of like the story, not real life. So I'm
But we all know My Hero Academia Society is one of the most toxic,
Yeah.
most polarizing societies.
Yeah, it's whatever, But yeah, he had to get out of here.
But what do you think is gonna happen next chapter? Because obviously we got a potential third round of All for One and All Might.
They're not. Horikoshi is 100% not gonna gonna go there. He's not. Horikoshi. If Horikoshi goes that route, like if Horikoshi actually. Okay,
Technically
hold.
round 4.
Actually,
Okay, yeah.
Actually, what is his name? All Might did say something interesting that I actually want to wait for the officials to kind of square it away for me.
Officials do kind of like, because yeah, last chapter officials were different for what Hawk said.
Yeah.
To All For One about his quirks.
Yeah.
Like he said something
And that
like,
it shifted the entire concept.
yeah,
Where
like
is
it
it?
was weird. It was like, you know. Oh, speaking of politics, what do you think of the Soji and Spinner arc? Derp said.
Give me 1 second. I had to finish this thought first, and then I'm gonna get there. So, do y'all see the chat? Y'all should be able to see chat on YouTube. I'm not chat, but
Yo,
panels.
Derp would like in
I'm
the chat.
messing-
What kind of
I'm messing up
collab
so
is
much.
this? I'm
I'm
going crazy.
Where?
Actually, he
Speaking
has
of
a point.
politics,
He-
what did you think of Shoji and the Spinner arc? Give me 1 second. All right, what was I saying? Yes, right here. All Might says, "Do you remember how many times we fought?" What do you mean by that, All Might? What do you mean? What do you mean how many times we fought?
Why that they fought only 2 or 3 times?
Because think about it, right? To our knowledge, there's only been 3 real fights. Or I mean, really can't say real because it's just whatever. We only know the fight that All Might had with All For One in the story, in Kamino. We know the fight that he had with All For One before. I don't count the Nana Shimura fight.
Yeah, that one
because it wasn't his
like,
fight.
That was more so Nana.
Yeah,
That
it
was
wasn't.
more so Nana.
It wasn't his fight, right? So.
And, honestly, do you think we'll see that Prime All For One fight? Because
No,
honestly, I feel like-
Horikoshi's not gonna do that.
because everyone is saying, oh, it could be an OVA. People like we
No.
can see in a flashback. It's like at this point, I don't know. Like everybody's been wanting it for like the entirety of the ever since it was mentioned. People have been wanting it since the Kamino arc, I guess. And
Yeah.
like people are at this point, it's like, are we actually gonna get this fight? Because
Yeah.
like at this point, it's probably unlikely.
It's the reason why it's unlikely is because Horikoshi. Okay, one. I'm not saying it's not possible because we can very much do. Oh, we got more. Hey, okay, all right.
Hey,
Galaxy
get that green
Buster.
screen out of here.
Galaxy Buster, we got it here. Hey, listen. Hey, listen. Hold on. We have to show that. That's dope. That's actually pretty dope. That is. Oh, hold on. How do you? Dang it. I wonder. Can you have multiple? That'd be so cool. I wonder if you can have multiple, like, screens up. Okay, I'm gonna show it anyways. 'Cause that's actually pretty dope.
By the way, Derp mentioned what kind of collab is this? I guess because you know we're both sort of like YouTubers
that's-
that just do content.
Hey, for real. This is the collab of the century. This is dope, yo. This is freaking dope.
Actually,
He
I
came
have
with
a-
the green screen. That is so cool.
Bro, I can't show on screen. But I am literally 1 sub away from 400. We can't-
From 400? Oh yeah, we gotta get that. I need everybody. It's still Dark Matt, right?
It's Cineflick. It's
Oh, yeah,
at Dark
Cineflick,
Matt
yes.
17 is
Yes.
the handle.
Cineflick. Everybody subscribe.
Well, no joke. I've been on hiatus for the past few months, but the reason I'm getting subs is because one of my shorts I did on a character from the Mario
blew up,
movie,
right?
and the Mario movie just came out.
Yep.
And everybody has been like,
Yeah,
obviously,
they be on it. They've been on it.
that
you don't-
movie's gonna make $1 billion. That has 800 million at the box office. Like,
Already,
just-
and it's definitely time.
I love that
uh,
movie so much.
I wonder. Okay, I'll just do this. I'll just do it like this. Oh shoot.
400, baby!
Let's get it. 400. Let's
Oh,
get
I'm
it.
gonna- Hey, let's go. Thank you.
All right.
I'm gonna post this. I'm gonna post this in my community tab. Why not?
100%. You got to. But okay, what was we saying earlier? All Might. Yes, the All Might fight, right? Or the All Might All For One. So I mentioned it in my last live stream. There's 2 things. Well, one, first and foremost, if this translation is relatively like even like remotely correct or accurate or consistent with like the official translations, and All Might is saying, "Do you remember how many times we fought?" implying that they fought multiple times, like before the final fight. That's interesting because now it's way more lore. Like now we kind of have more of a connection between All For One and All Might, and like, you know, we know that All For One had to have won a couple fights. Like, there's no way that All Might is saying
Here's
that,
the
and
thing.
All For One hasn't won a few, right?
Here's the thing, it's like weird because I remember hearing like in backstories like All For One sent minions out. Like he was like, no,
Yeah,
you
to try to
guys do
take-
the
yep.
dirty work. I want to relax and maybe you know, get with Inko. I'm just joking.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's I don't know how.
Honestly, it doesn't really make sense though because like All For One literally has like no emotion. Why would he try to fall in love unless he just wants to pull a Dio? Like,
Who say he doesn't have emotion?
oh, by the way, the Dio joke, it's sort of spoilers for JoJo's. Basically, Dio,
Oh yeah, we definitely know about Dio. Oh, at least I
he
think we have
impregnated
it.
4 women. He impregnated 4 women, and one of them became the protagonist in JoJo's. So like,
Hey, listen, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Dio is top 1 villain as far as evil villains, pure evil. He has to be. But what you about to say?
So are we allowed to tie in vigilantes?
Yeah, of
'Cause I
course.
feel like the 1 or 2 times we see like All For One talk about All Might and vigilantes, he's like, him again. He keeps ruining this plan again.
Yeah.
So like it feels like either directly or indirectly he's had run-ins with All Might, maybe not full-blown battles, but like
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you, and then poof, he disappears. Like,
Yeah.
they've seen each other, they've
Yeah.
had interactions, they see each other as.
And they never
You
actually
know.
had like full blown clashes. But that's it's like like the lore of My Hero. I think Horikoshi is gonna blue ball us so bad, but I think it's great for the series because one thing that I am like really huge on, and this is why, I mean, I'm pretty sure at this point it's not. I don't know what people watch. I don't really consume too many My Hero Academia content or whatever. But so I made a video, a TikTok a few weeks ago when I actually had TikTok. I deleted it because it started consuming my life, and I realized it was just not good.
was it the Deku first class 1A one?
Yes, so I posted a video
Oh,
about
yeah.
Deku versus Class 1A, and like I never really got a chance to really break down like my thought process. But one of the things that I've been doing, right? So I've been rewatching My Hero Academia,
I gotta reread it.
and my goodness, is Horikoshi good and bad at the same time, right? At power creep. He's really good at expressing how strong or weak the character is at a certain point in time. And it's ridiculously, like, it's almost profound in my case, because in a lot of series, it's really not that clear cut. You could say, yes, obviously the person is stronger now than he was before, but like, you can't really tell like the differences because most characters don't battle against each other in the future. All Might. So the specific scene that I'm talking about, and this is how I'm gonna tie it back in. The specific scene that I'm talking about is All Might versus Deku and Bakugo. So I was watching that fight just like the other day, right? And now mind, this is when Deku started to finally master his 5% self, and this is
Yep, this was
Bakugo.
the arc right after Stain.
Yeah. So and this is when Bakugo, Bakugo still obviously was better than Deku at the time, or stronger,
Deku
and you
better
can even
than
say
him now.
faster. He's more agile and stuff like that, where he was mocking or mimicking Bakugo's style of agility in the air and all that stuff. That's great. But when they fought against All Might, now obviously All Might wasn't going all out. He was handicapped. But
Recovery girls don't complain at them
when
though.
yeah, 100%. but when they were fighting against All Might was, I'm talking speed blitzing. Like it was such a clear-cut difference in like how powerful he was compared to a 5% Deku. But the crazy part about it is, right?
Deku
I-
would have been clapped.
I
if
looked-
All Might didn't have like if All Might
100%.
wasn't restricted, Deku would have been dead.
But they wouldn't die because he wouldn't kill him. But that's the only
Well, you
reason
know what
why.
I mean.
Yeah, that's the only reason why. But I looked at that fight, right? And I said, okay, this is the clear difference between an All Might who obviously isn't trying out. So we're not gonna say he's 100%, not even near. But I look at him fighting against the USJ Nomu, and that was a 100%, or at his point in time, 100% smashes, all that stuff, right? And I compared those two fights with his All For One fight, which is by far the most difficult, right? It was by far the most difficult for him mentally and just in every other aspect of things, right? The feats that were specifically stated. So All Might, right? And this is something that is crazy to me. All Might and All For One's clashes were creating large craters like destroying parts of the city, right? And in the beginning of the story, Deku, Bakugo, Shoto, I'm using those characters because obviously they're like the strongest of like they're the big three, right? So Deku, Bakugo, and Shoto, their power was like in the beginning of the story was shown to be significantly lesser than doing all that. Like just you can punch together and like create these large barriers. Shoto had, you know, very impressive feats with his ice and having pierced the ice wall that's like able to cover the entirety of the sports arena. Like stuff like that is amazing. But everything else,
He also didn't use his fire yet.
yeah, he wasn't even using his fire, which is interesting because that's relative to what to 100% one for all Deku. That's neither here nor there. But the thing that's interesting is when I connected all those things to where we are now in the story, where I see like Shoto using a phosphor move and it's affecting the entire city. When I see like Shigaraki is 75% and he's like touching the ground and he's decaying like an entire city. Like we're actually seeing what like the All Might, All for One, like the feats that they were doing, like themselves, that it's no class student would ever be able to do that against. We're seeing them do that against these people. Tokoyami smashing down on All for One just a couple chapters ago before All for One started to continue, you know, getting more rewinded, and him actually doing significant damage compared to what he was doing at the beginning of the story.
If he didn't have rewind, dude would be dead.
Like-
if Tokoyami had smashed him.
Like the power creep is the power of Class A is so underrated. Because
someone did point it out, like All Might at 100% is almost like not nothing, but it's close to nothing now because Deku is like
it's
almost at 100%. Tokoyami is like very powerful. Shoto, you mentioned it.
It's
and, like,
crazy. It's like for example, let me actually put it up. It's hard to quantify. It is. It's going to be hard to quantify. But I can't for the life of me accept, and I will not accept, this Ida feat or this Ida full power not being relative to All Might. He's not busting through like multiple buildings and still going fast and still going faster without actually being like, he still had, like, look at the distance and you still see like the ring, like the like it's really hard to tell, but I for the life of me will not accept, unless it's specifically stated, I will not accept that this is not relative to the what is it called, full 100% that Deku used when he actually captured Deku, because that's the same look he had on his face when he was moving at the speed that he needed in order to capture Deku, and in the Class 1A versus Deku little altercation thing.
He got launched.
When he got launched. Like, for the life of me, I will not, and he did it off of the ground. Guys, do you not understand? Like,
And a little tired.
Like he's tired. Like before it was Shoto. What is it? Shoto's flash free heat wave that started the entire thing. He wasn't running from the ground to the sky. He's running in the sky, guys. Like the creep and power is astronomical. You can't look at the stuff we see now and say that that's not an All Might level. No. It is. I mean, Starry Stripe pretty much. That's the person that changed everything. When Starry Stripe came into the story, she changed the power system or the possibilities of the Tiamat rockets and the blast, which is probably the biggest blast we've seen in the entire story, right? It had
maybe her deal was because everybody complained when she came. Oh, her quirk's busted. This is broken. No, it leveled the ground because everybody is super duper strong now.
It
my
changed
only real problem with Star is
everything.
that she's literally just a plot device. That's my.
Well, the thing is, I don't think she's a plot device. Now, you know what I'm saying? You know that when I say these things, I'm not just saying nonsense, okay? I'm not just saying nonsense. Okay. I think Star and Stripe was actually needed. Now, the only reason why she might not be needed to the masses is because we are likely, I don't know, because Horikoshi could do the loop pool, but we're likely not going to be going international. If we do go international, Star and Stripe was the perfect addition. or if we see things that happen internationally, Starring Stripe was the perfect addition to the story. That's neither here nor there, though. But I think what Starry Stripe did, Star gave us an actual glimpse, right, of one, the actual meaning of heroism. And I know that sounds crazy, right? So allow me to explain. In My Hero Academia, chapter 300, she died in like the 334?
334, yeah.
334. So it was during the
no,
My Hero Academia chapter 359, I believe. The chapter when Bakugo died.
No, that was 362.
362, thank you. Because it started 359 when Mirio. That's what it is.
I don't know. It's like Star is like, I think her death is really impactful, but I feel like it was just Horikoshi being like, I made Shigaraki too powerful. I gotta nerf him somehow.
Oh no. So I don't think that's the case, because mainly, right? Let's look practically, right? Or pragmatically, I think that's the right word, right? At Shigaraki. Name a quirk outside of like the little, what is it called? The heavy payload, because that's the only quirk we've seen. It's not really, because it's a combination of quirks. But name a quirk that we've seen in the fight with Shigaraki and Starring Stripe that we actually saw anywhere else. You can't. So like realistically, the whole concept of her destroying quirks is not even a thing, mainly because we don't even know the quirks that are inside of All For One. And two, he doesn't have to write them quirks in. Like think, what quirks did she actually take away that we actually knew was going to be a problem? You didn't know.
In the chat, someone said if Star was needed for an introduction to the international side, what was the point of third movie? To make money.
No.
Okay, that's kind of true.
The third movie is just like the other two movies. The concept of it is canon, but it's not really an impactful moment in the story, right? Like you can't really use Heroes Rising to like just, oh man, like, you know, 9. Like you can't really add those things into like the actual story. They happened.
The only problem with Heroes Rising, the problem with Heroes Rising canon is why doesn't Deku just share one for all more? Like,
we don't know. We just don't know.
So, in his head canon, I think the idea is like the transfer didn't go through. So, like transferring the quirk isn't something he wants to do.
Of course not, unless it's an absolute necessity. But Horikoshi specifically said that was the ending he was originally going to have, and he decided
That's what I thought it was.
honestly,
and he just decided. No, that was like, if that ending was legit, I think that everybody would accept that. Now that we know it, it's like probably not. But if we didn't know that was his ending, and like, cause nobody thought about, oh yeah, Deku's just gonna give Bakugo his, like everyone thought that maybe he would get, All Might would somehow get rewinded or something like that. Was like the main thing, because no one kind of knew when or how All Might would actually die. We knew he would die. We knew he would have to die in the final war, right? Or the final situation with Shigaraki or All For One. But at least in how I see it, nobody, this is when I started making content. Not a single person was ever considering the possibility of Bakugo getting One For All as anything significant. Now, like 2 months later, we got the panel of what's his name in the Vestige world, where not even 2 months. We got the panel where what's his name? The second user One For All, and everybody started making theories about Bakugo being the second user.
well, now I don't know about that now because the anime showed that his hair color is not the same.
Yeah, they changed a lot. Hey yo, oh my gosh, this guy Dirk, it's hilarious. Nah,
But,
I don't know. I definitely don't think that Star is a plot device because of those things. Because I mean, this is just how I think. This is just personally, just me, right? Out of anybody, I see
I'll be
things.
honest. My
What's up?
opinions are just very conflicted. I just have to reread, like, especially No, let me tell you, the Villain Hunt arc is my most conflicted arc. I loved it, now it's mixed. Anime, loved it, now mixed again. I do not know
Mixed?
a solid opinion.
I was saying, what do you mean mixed? It's not you love it or hate it at this point.
I have things I love and hate about that arc, and I just need to reread it. And it's like I don't know about it.
Yeah, I mean, just take time and read it and enjoy it. I personally believe. I mean, I don't think the Villain Hunt arc, but I think by far the best arc in My Hero Academia to me. It makes me cry every single, or at least it gets me emotional every single time that I read it. Is the Endeavor Agency arc? Oh my gosh!
I think my favorite is
That
either-
arc there.
I think top 3 for me would be School Festival, Kamino,
School Festival.
and
Interesting.
Stain.
Oh my gosh! Get this guy
School
out.
Festival is really good because it
who
has
is
the
this
best,
guy?
one of the best characters. Gentle's the goat.
Yeah, Gentle's great. Who's this guy? I don't. Who's
man.
This? Who's this?
Derp, what are you doing?
Why does he
here?
have an old picture of Shigaraki? Grow up, guy. He's had like 4 transformations.
I mean,
He's
that's what makes Derp though. Derp has the screaming face of agony.
Facts. Never mind. You're right. Right now he's screaming and he's screaming without his mic on. He's like, all right. Let me read some of these chats real quick. By the way, if y'all have any other thoughts or whatever that y'all want to bring up, shoot, my bad.
Can you please?
Hey,
His
kind
brother's
citizen.
been trying to speak for the longest, bro. Can you please let him talk? You got another person requesting to talk.
I have literally tried like 4 times to invite to speak.
Oh, I think
Really?
I know his problem. He's probably on his phone, and the accept button is like really hard to hit.
I'm
It's
like, I literally like when it's green. I believe when it's green, that means that I invited you. I'm pretty sure because it was gray before, and I invited him, and it's green, and you know.
Let me see.
Oh, he boosted the server too. Oh man, look at that's love. That's love. If you can find a way in here, then you can come in here and we can start roasting you. All right, for not clicking the button earlier. Okay, we're gonna roast you till we tired.
I think he just.
This is gonna be
joined
another
us.
8-hour stream, okay, of just roasting you.
Now, I can't be here long. I'll probably join back later if you guys are still talking. But let me say one thing for sure, though.
All right.
Now, when it comes to, the whole, this arc in general, just the Dark Hero arc, one thing that I learned for sure is that I think a lot of people, this was like the turning point for like a lot of the themes when it came to this series on like what heroism is and especially what separates Deku from All Might. And I just think that this definitely mixed up a lot of people's perception because like I was talking about earlier in the chat was, let's take just what happened recently with All Might, getting this mech suit. People were taking that as like, well, with him doing this, this proves that like, yeah, Deku couldn't have become a hero without a quirk. And in the literal sense, yes. But this whole arc for Toshinori was for him to understand what it means to be a hero. Not really what it takes to become one, but just the mindset and the heart that you need to act,
Okay,
even
Dirt.
if you're powerless.
Okay,
Like that-
YouTuber Dirt. Okay.
Bro, look, I've been seeing so many
You've been
like
pissed
crazy
off.
stuff. Yeah, I mean, look, I've been reading it for a minute. It's just the meaning of that word has changed throughout the series, and I think that's what a lot of people don't take into account. Because beforehand, that's literally been like, with the Dark Hero arc, take for example, All Might felt like he was powerless once he lost his quirk. That was a part of his downfall, thinking that he needed that to become a hero. That's why he was fine just sitting on the sidelines. That's why he didn't really become very active. It wasn't until he talked to Stain, funny enough, is when he realized that, yeah, I don't need a quirk to do this stuff. And that's why he's out there now, because of that speech that he gave him.
Can I just say, I will argue every day that 326 is one of the best chapters of the entire series. I love that chapter so much. It's one of my top 5.
Yeah, you're cooking. He's cooking.
I think there's an
Who let him cook? Who let him do it?
A lot of the heroes have the idea. All Might had the idea. I can be a hero up to the point where it's too dangerous for me to be a hero. I'm All Might. Nothing's too dangerous for me. But like, even when he got into his serious fight with All For One, I'm really hurt. I'm gonna run away. Thought he finished the job.
Yeah.
Now he fights All For One, and he took the lesson from Deku. To be a real hero, you have to be completely selfless, even in that moment where you're fighting. We're like, yeah, I'll give up the arm. I'll give up the other arm because that even surprised All For One. He's like, oh,
Yep.
you're
Why would you give up
really
both
hurt.
arms?
You've been learning from somebody. He's being tricky in ways that he wasn't before because that's what's required to really be a hero in those moments. It's a cool flip, like it's been happening more and more. Now he's going no quirk. I'll put on a robot suit and take hits.
Interestingly, can I say something about that? And Derp, I need you to hear me out, right? So, oh, Stuart, I'm definitely echoing in the background, so you might have to mute that.
Hey.
All right, can I? Okay, wait, we're good. So, all right, check it, right? So, you're definitely not wrong. I'm talking about the All Might portion of it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm rewatching My Hero Academia, right? And yesterday, I believe it was when I got to this scene. And I mean, if y'all see my video about I forget the title already, but me. The hero problem, the problem with heroes in My Hero Academia, all that jazz, right?
Oh, I remember.
And one of my big gripes was that All Might is not a true hero, and I had to take my words back after the scene that I seen from My Hero Academia yesterday. So I just finished up the Camino arc.
Can I just say, actually, the problem with making My Hero videos is like you say something and then immediately Horikoshi's like, "Excuse me, I debunk you."
Well, so the thing about it is, it's not debunked. But it's just in a perspective that because I mean, if y'all know me, or if you've been around me long enough, I have read My Hero Academia so dang much,
1,000 times.
Like lately, I have been slacking because obviously I haven't been making a lot more content. But even like a couple years ago, especially when I was at my peak, when I was actually posting consistent content. Like it was, I could name chapters like it was chapters, page, panels. Like I'm talking about like the clockwork. And when you don't read it as much, or you only read certain portions over and over again, you can kind of get a better idea of those things, but you forget the other things, right? So this is why I, as a content creator, or just any content creator, or any person who really enjoys My Hero Academia and want to kind of consistently talk about My Hero Academia, they should be reading it enough, like reading it, watching it a lot of times, because they can get the full understanding of things. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna make a video, and I'm gonna go back to my point real quick, but I'm gonna make a video, and it's gonna be titled My Hero Academia is the greatest anime of all time. Now, it's the case, right? I'm not saying it's better, because my favorite anime is Yu Yu Hakusho. It'll never surpass that for me. But I'm gonna make a case for why My Hero Academia is the greatest anime of all time. That's neither here nor there. But it's just like the story element of things. When I was rewatching things, everything that I see now going on in the story, I can see then, and I can say, oh wow, it changes my entire perspective of this character because of what we see now, the information that we know now in the story. So that's neither here nor there. Going back to that All Might point, there was a scene. It's crazy. There was a scene where All Might just beat All for One. All just took him down. He had the, fist in the air. He had the "your next" speech. The next day, he's in the hospital with Gran Torino. And he's thinking about the fact that Shigaraki is his master's grandson. And who else is in the room with him as he's recovering is Gran Torino.
Obviously.
And the interesting thing, the thing that just changed my entire life view on this man, All Might, was when he said, like, man, maybe if I just talk to him, like, I want to talk to him, right? I want to talk to Shigaraki. And you know what Gran Torino said? He said, there you go again. You're not viewing Shigaraki, or you're viewing Shigaraki as a regular person. You're not viewing Shigaraki as the villain that he actually is. That can be very dangerous. And All Might says, oh yeah, my bad, I forgot. You're right. Now, the reason why that's a major thing is because that is Deku. The All Might that was like, oh, Shigaraki is a villain. I gotta talk to him. We gotta figure this out. I gotta figure out why. That is Deku. But you have your mentors, you have people that are over you that squares you away. Gran Torino says, hey, guy, don't look, you're trying to look at him like a good person, like a regular person. Don't do that. Don't look at him as a human. Look at him as a villain. And one thing we know is, I don't know if y'all know this. I've said it so many times, y'all should know this. Who do I consistently say is the greatest hero in My Hero Academia by far? Do y'all know?
Naruto.
No, he's the greatest character. No, it's not. Once I say it, you're gonna be like, yeah. Mirio. Mirio is the
Mirio.
I've said it so many times. Now, I think Shoto is the greatest hero as well, and that goes to a different point, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, that's sort of like him being the greatest hero with Deku. Like,
Well,
Deku.
No, Mirio, in my opinion, is objectively, narratively meant to be the greatest hero ever. Right? He just does not have the power to do it.
Well, that's kind of the point of that whole arc. I'd argue.
Well, I'm actually not talking about that arc. Interestingly enough, I'm talking about this arc, right? But so this is the thing, right? When Mirio fought against Shigaraki, do y'all remember? When he actually started to fight against Shigaraki, what's the first thing he did? I'm gonna pull the panel up. If y'all can remember, what the first thing he did, shout it out. But I'm gonna pull the panel up so that y'all can see what the first thing he did when he actually started fighting against Shigaraki, and that's like what? That's like 360.
All I remember is Tenko sort of coming out of there, like mentioning like his past friends. Well, that was Shigaraki though. I don't remember stuff.
That was the chapter.
He talked to
What's the first thing he did?
Like,
the
why
first
are
thing
you acting so weird,
the first
bro?
thing he did. The first thing he did was like, yo. Why? Like that. But that's the realest thing in the world. Okay, I'm gonna pull it up right now. Oh shoot. All right. So as you can see, if y'all have YouTube pulled up, right? Bottom left screen, bottom left of the screen. This is Mirio. This is him. He saved Bakugo. He threw him out the best genius, and now he's about to fight Shigaraki. Right? He says, "Here we go." Y'all see or not?
Yeah, we could see.
All right, next page. I remember your stupid face from Jakku. The name's a million. I'm the hero on Messenger. I'm the hero on Messenger and bodyguard duty. Called on me, count on me, blah blah blah, nonsense, blah 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 blah. They needed someone quick and mobile. No one cares, right? Boom. So why do you destroy? That's the first thing he says. The first thing he says is, hey, the first thing he does is talk to him like he's a regular person. He's not saying, oh, yeah, you're a villain. I got to treat you like a villain. I got to destroy you. He's like, why do you destroy? And then Shigaraki answers. He's like, because the current frame rate has failed. And he was like, oh, I get it. You've got no friends.
And then Tenko comes out.
And then immediately triggers the psychological response with dude, too.
But his answer for that is crazy. He said, otherwise, you'd realize there's plenty worth keeping around. There's a lot of things that is worth keeping around. So
see, you're right about that.
His first instance is to say, let's change your heart. Now, do you know the beautiful thing about this? Do you know the amazing thing about this? When in the fight against All For One, and I'm gonna show you. In the fight against All For One, that's the first time we started to get information about Nana, right? Like we started to get the first time we started to actually get information about Nana and her character, not just like, oh, she's the predecessor, All Might. No, we actually started to actually get like real scenes and all that jazz about Nana, right?
Beautiful woman.
Thighs. But
I heard you.
Whoa! What are you talking about?
Actually, not 4K, 1080 because your camera's 1080.
Hey, whoa! Mind, this is a 4K cam, but it's 1080 right here. It's 1080 right here.
Crazy,
okay. Hey, whoa! I don't know. Y'all are wilding. I've never heard haters hate so hard.
Maybe that's in the camcorder.
Hey, yo. All right, hold on. I had to find it. And this is actually really insane. This is really insane because Horikoshi has set tiers, and I'm gonna make a video about this. It's so hard because it has to be like a 40-minute video if I'm gonna really put it in time. And this is gonna be way in the future because I need to wait and see how things pan out. But Horikoshi has tiers, and if you don't understand, rewatch My Hero Academia with this framework. Okay, actually, rewatch My Hero Academia after like the entire story after hearing this one speech.
I'm going professional here.
And that man really got the podcast. Oh yeah, this was the banger chapter. All right, read My Hero Academia after understanding this, right? The bottom, it's the bottom right. Do you know what Star really was fighting for? And this is why I believe that she was important. Why
The
do you
future
think?
generation.
Why do you think Casey followed in her idol's footsteps and died for it? I'm sure you haven't really forgotten. Children, you're right, Dirk. Children observe adults as they grow. Adults, in turn, support the children as they pass it forward, and so on to the next generation. Heroes
sort of
have
supports the
always
theme of
wielded
the
their
next
power in the name
generation,
of cause.
too.
Huh?
That sort of supports the theme of one of the themes of My Hero that's symbolized in the Kamino arc is the passing of the torch to like the next generation.
100%. 100%.
Like,
100%.
That's why I'm briefly gonna mention it because I don't want to cause arguments, especially in the chat who hate me.
Hey, yo.
I will say my biggest problem with All for One is that he sort of ruins the theme of like the passing the torch because he just steals the
doesn't.
spotlight from
He
Shigaraki for
doesn't.
me.
He doesn't.
That's just my opinion. I'm
But
just gonna
that's his
mention it.
point,
I'll
though.
just say that.
That's the point. But that's neither here nor there. I have to finish this point. But that is the point. That's the point of All for One. Neither here nor there. Or that's one of the points, right? But if you can understand this concept, then you understand what it means to be a hero. If you can't, listen. Whoever understands what I just said, let it be. Watch My Hero Academia and observe it through the lens of this. Children observe adults as they grow. Adults in turn support the children as they pass it forward. That's what makes a hero and what makes a villain. That's the theme of My Hero Academia. The theme of My Hero Academia is what makes a hero, which is this: children observing the adults and the adults supporting the children. Oh, that's just a bar, right? But you go to what Nana said. It's this fight. What Nana said in the fight with I just seen it in the episode yesterday. Boom, right here. Right? And this is crazy. This connects to the Mirio thing. This connects to Mirio and what he did. This connects to what Deku is doing, and this connects to what All Might did when he first found out that Shigaraki was Nana Shimura's son. This is the test of what it actually means to be a true hero. And this is like a fact because Horikoshi is putting it plain sight. When you have to, it's bottom right. When you have to save someone, they're usually in a scary situation. A true hero saves not only their lives, but also their spirits. That's what I believe. So now, so no matter how scary things get, give them a smile as if to say, it's supposed to be I'm here, right? I'm A-okay. The people in the world who can smile are the strongest. Now, in All Might, or not even All Might, because that's just the one instance, right? Because I think that's who he truly is, but he realizes that there's an evil world out here, and then you gotta kind of square yourself away. This is why Gran Torino said, "Hey, it's very dangerous for you to view him as that." The first thing Mirio tried to do was target his soul. He's targeted Shigaraki's soul. That's the first thing he did was he was like, why? Why do you destroy? Oh, you destroy because you have no friends. Oh, because if you did have friends, you know there's a lot to keep alive, to keep here. He's targeting and trying to change his soul.
I mean, like, he had Spinner. They were video gamers.
They're not friends. They're not friends. They're actually not friends.
I don't think Mirio would know the extent. Oh, good afternoon, by the way. I don't think Mirio would know the extent
I have
of
no idea what you
their
just said.
friendship making.
Hold on. I can't hear. Say it again.
I was saying I don't think Mirio would know the extent of their friendship, anyways. Of Spinner or the league in general to Shigaraki.
Well, yeah. I mean, clearly.
Yeah.
But even if that's the case, why didn't? And this is the connection. It's the soul. His soul was the thing that got touched, not his mind. Right? Same thing right here. Oh, a true hero not only saves their lives, but also their spirits. And that's the thing that Deku was saying. I sense that you're asking for help at the end of the Permanent Liberation War. It wasn't his soul, his mind. It was Tinko. It wasn't soul. It wasn't his mind. It wasn't his body. It was Tinko. It was his soul. It was the thing that was deep down inside of him. It was the spirit that's inside of him, right? That Deku was trying to change. That Deku was trying to save. And unconsciously, Mirio is doing the same thing. He went straight. He touched the soul because if you were to say, well, Spinner is his friend, why didn't he say Spinner? Why did the only friend that he saved were the friends that he had when he was growing up, which is Mon-chan and Tinkun, Tin and Mon.
Isn't one of them the dog?
Yeah. No. Yeah. Monchan is a dog. It's two of them. He has two friends though. He actually has two friends. What is it? Chapter 260 or 360. It should be. Oh, it's the next chapter. Yeah, right here. So yeah, no, it's Mikun and Tomo-chan, right? That's whatever. But Mikun and Tomo, and Monchan is his dog. But like, if he had these friends, or if Spinner is his friend, why did he say Mikun and Tomo, which are the only friends that he had growing up, because those were the only ones who wanted to play hero. Those are the only people who ever wanted to play hero. And then after that, he ended up killing his family, and he didn't have any friends after that. So those are the only people he considered like people who could actually be friends with him. Right? I mean, let's keep it a buck. So so the whole point of All Might, right? The whole point of me going back to the All Might thing is that when All Might was fighting against, when All Might cleared the fight, when he was in the hospital days after, or a day or whatever after the fight between All For One, was it gotta be 93, right? The day after, nope, it's 94. Nope, it's 95. It gotta be 95, because there's no way. But when All Might was in the hospital, it gotta be this. It had to be right before, right? Yeah.
Oh, good question actually.
Yes.
It's sort of off topic. Is with Gran Torino. Do you remember 309? What Gran Torino said to Deku before he gave his cape?
That sometimes death is the way to kind of not atone, but like
killing is a way of saving.
Yeah, killing is a way of saving.
Do you
Yes.
think that could be brought back in some way?
It will.
Because honestly, I feel that's gotta be something.
It will, just like this was brought up for All Might. I think Gran Torino learned from his mistakes too.
Do you think like maybe Deku will kill Shigaraki to save Tenko in a way?
I mean, either he kills, or I don't think Deku will kill. I think Shigaraki will die, but I don't know if Deku will kill. That's the thing. I don't think Deku. I don't know. We would have to see.
Sometimes you gotta be pressured into that. I'm just saying. Sometimes you gotta kill.
Yeah,
you gotta kill.
I don't think Deku will kill. I think the only thing that the only way that Deku will kill Shigaraki, in my opinion, and this is just how I see the story of My Hero Academia going. Deku would have to kill Shigaraki with him and Shigaraki knowing that he's going to kill him, and both of them accepting that is the thing that has to happen. And I think the only way that can actually be the case is if Shigaraki kills All Might. But All Might accepts that Shigaraki has to kill All Might. I know that sounds crazy. But if All Might, we throughout the entire story, we know that All Might has been kind of preparing himself and accepting his own death.
He's already accepted his death at this point.
But he hasn't accepted who he dies to. That's the thing, right? I don't think he's like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna die a gruesome death. I don't think that's the case or whatever. But I think that that Deku has to kill Shigaraki with no hatred. He has to kill Shigaraki in acceptance and like I don't want to have to do this, but I have to do this. Kind of like honestly, that's how
backs up my
because that takes away the whole hero thing. It's like that takes away the whole just keep that thought, Matt. I'm sorry, but that takes away the whole point of like the lesson that Shoto and Deku, which by the way I've been telling y'all, Deku and Shoto are the same. Deku and Shoto are the greatest heroes as far as in Class 1A, but it takes away the entire lesson that Ida had to learn and with the Stain arc, right? Which is like the whole killing for vengeance thing. Deku has to, like, if Deku is going to kill, it has to be out of like love, or it has to be out of an actual heroic area that'll save both Tinko and him. It has to be that. It cannot be All Might died or I can't forgive you, because that takes away the entire point of the Ida thing, him getting revenge for his brother. Like it has to be consistent with the story. And Horikoshi
also started for that moment.
Say again?
Muriel also started for him that moment. Muriel started for him that moment in 367.
100%. 100%. All that would be for nothing, and that's actually the reason why that's one of the major things that proves to me that Mirio is the greatest hero in My Hero Academia. I think out of every hero, Mirio is on top. He's number 1, and then everybody else is like 1B, 1A, but he's 1. He's like that guy. Because it's interesting that Mirio is the one who has to save Deku, right? Mirio is the hero that Deku needed in order for him to, you know, calm himself down to fight against Shigaraki, right? Isn't that interesting though? Like isn't that like out of everybody, like Bakugo was the one that affected Deku emotionally, but Mirio is the one who was able to say, "Yo, nah, it ain't like you're not supposed to. Don't go this route. Don't do it." Right? Mirio was the one who needed to be a hero to Deku to save him.
Best talk no jutsu.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm going a little too deep. I don't know, man. Maybe y'all know me.
That's your problem. You go too deep into these things. That's why you
I
said
love it,
Hisashi
man.
was in All for One that few months ago.
Hey, shut up.
That's not true. That's
Hey.
definitely not true.
Hey, listen. It's not true now, but I definitely thought it was
One
the
is
case.
Monoma's dad.
Say again?
Of one is Monoma's dad. That's my crack theory.
Hey, yo, that's crazy.
Oh my god.
Monoma's
You know
dad
what's
is
really funny?
crazy.
I'm gonna mention this before I say like
Oh,
something
shoot.
I mentioned on streamer like a couple days ago. I thought, what if like the whole Dio thing?
Shigaraki
What if
killed
All
All
for One impregnated a bunch of women, and one of them was Inko and Monoma's mother? And
That is crazy. I don't think, man.
it's
It's
not
like
gonna happen.
the
but it's
the
just
more
a freaking stupid theory.
The more I think, the more undeniable it is that All For One is Deku's dad. But the more I think, the more it's like, how is it possible? That's my thing. It's like when I'm rereading My Hero Academia, and I'm like, Mama Inko is she's just different. There's no way that.
Here's the thing, though.
There's
Also,
no way
like,
that
I
that's
saw,
the
like,
case.
Like a post on YouTube Shorts, like someone pointed out, like how All for One and Deku's appearances sort of match almost, like certain like All for One like crouching, looking back or something that's similar to some pose that Deku had in the sports festival and all
Mercy
that.
killing, yeah.
It's like similar, like, you know, they sort of like match when it comes to like similarities.
Also think the same. I don't know if he is the father. Possible. I think Horikoshi read away that he could choose either one. They are very similar. in
Hold
this.
on, wait. Hold on. Finish your thought, man. Finish your thought.
What if Horikoshi's making it too obvious to be like, yeah, but people are like, you know, ignoring it, or like he's making it too obvious to deceive us? It's like
True enough. I'm sorry, but give me 1 second. Ian, I'm reading the chat, and this is hilarious. So yeah, no. When I was talking about Mirio and when he was saying to Shigaraki when he first saw him, Mirio was like, "You have no friends. You prospect. Your skin's dry and your hair cut whack."
Your skin's dry, your hair's black.
Hey yo, that's crazy. If Mirio comes out like just crazy, like just going crazy, like I'm talking about, I would fall on the floor. What's going on, Ghost? But yeah. But excuse my whole little ramble, y'all. Again, I love My Hero Academia for reasons that a lot of people don't understand.
Same here.
But you know what I'm saying? When I'm in the flow, my whole point is I like to connect things. I like everything to be like consistent. And if it's not consistent, then I'm like that's why I had the whole is Inko Nana Shimura's love child. Like I had all these different theories because there's so many connections with these characters, and I think Horikoshi's trying to bring it home some way, but I need to figure out how. So forgive me for all that. I will forever be that type of guy. So y'all gonna have to hate it.
What is it? So like I was saying, I said this in the chat, and it's something I've been obsessed with recently. It's the notion that if All Might dies, he won't be able to kill Stain, so he'll ask Deku to kill him out in honor of All Might.
No,
but like
not only that, but he won't be able to get
All Might has to do it.
But Bakugo's autograph.
All Might has to do it. All Might has to kill him.
But I'm still supportive. I hope it happens. Like, you know, I was debating on making a video on it. I made a thumbnail and everything, but you know,
100%.
actually, I posted in voice text chat. It's not final, but you know, it's
If
like,
All Might
I'm just
dies,
obsessed
then
with the
it will be.
idea of it. I'm just obsessed with the idea that Deku is gonna be the one to kill Stain. Like, I don't know.
My whole thing is if
All-
Deku kills Stain, that means that Deku got to kill Shigaraki, End Stain. It's like,
If All Might dies, then
Is he killing
I don't
two people?
know what to do.
Is he killing 2 people? Like,
If Stain
Okay.
is gonna get killed by All Might, he's gotta get wherever he's gotta get real quick. Cause
how about this?
All Might's about to get
How's it
clapped.
going there?
Who's killing All for One?
Alright.
Shiggy, right? Who's killing All for One?
If All for One teleports Shiggy to himself, then
probably
I think Shiggy, yeah.
Who you
That
think,
makes
Matt?
sense.
Say again.
Who you think? Who kills All for One?
I think Shiggy, that's right.
Maybe Shiggy.
All Might. There's no way All Might can kill All for One. I just. No, maybe
I
this
think-
mech suit. Maybe this mech suit
Deku
is
can
something
kill All
different.
for One.
Maybe this mech suit is something different. But there's no way that I can accept that All for One dies from All Might. Can we all at least agree on that?
I don't know who
Deku can
made
kill
that
All
suit,
for
but-
One.
Nah. See, okay, all right. So, like,
Yeah.
he could, but I don't think Horikoshi is gonna go out of Deku killing 3 villains. 3? 3? Like,
Deku pulls a new Stain.
yo, Deku just like, yeah, and then like dude walks in the door, he's just, yeah, and then like
Hey,
dude walks in, yeah. I'm like,
saying.
yo, 3?
Sometimes I like my
Sure.
main character suffering, and I want Deku to suffer
Suffering
all
is
the trauma.
crazy. Suffering is
I just-
crazy.
I just want
I'm
Deku
gonna
to suffer
You
fuck
masochist.
after, like, a really bad first year.
No,
Deku
Yes.
likes number 4, so he shows it from Dabi as well.
hey, yo,
But no, I don't think,
he flies all the way to what is it called? The Gunga Mountain. He flies all the way to Gunga and like right before Shoto's about to do his final move, he just comes in and just like, hey yo, that's crazy.
this is the third time he become the greatest hero. It just ends.
Hey, since
No,
everybody's
I
here,
don't think he's killing All for One.
Oh,
He's not
actually,
killing
wait.
All for
I
One.
actually been meaning to ask you guys.
yeah,
So remember
Oh.
that future panel from 357, right?
Uh-huh.
Where we see like Shoto and older Shoto
Mhm.
and like older versions of Class A. Do you think that will actually be relevant for the future of the story, or do you think that's a red herring?
I think it's good foreshadowing. I think it's true. I think it's realistically foreshadowing what's going to happen in the story. To
so
some
this
degree.
is this is
This is
how
the
I see it.
epilogue.
Right? This is how I see it. There's one chapter that proves that could be the case. And this is how it would make sense to me, right? If that were to be true, right? So if it's true, if that little panel is consistent, it's foreshadowing for the future, that would mean that 2 things. 1, Class A has formed a hero agency or has kind of decided to do all hero work together, which makes sense because the whole point of Class A, right, is that they will be the greatest heroes. It's not Deku will be the greatest hero. It's, remember, Deku even said, like, this is a story how we all became the greatest hero. Now, why does that make sense, or how would that make sense?
After he bagged a good ass wife.
Hey, man, I need love too, man. I need to go ahead and give me a little wife. You know what I'm saying? Okay, and I'm stopped.
Hey, Deku got lucky. Yo.
Deku got that hero riz, man. Deku got that hero riz. But nah. So the way that makes sense is based off of the chapter. What dang it? What's the? Give me 1 second. 340. 342 or 343? 343.
342.
No. It's the speech that Aoyama gave to Deku before the 343. So yeah. So it's a speech that
342 was the Izu Ultra talk.
so this
Yeah,
right here would ultimately prove or show or like let that be like a valid reason why that is the case, because what All for One is doing, or what the plan for All for One is to ultimately take over the world. Now we know, according to All for One, a few chapters before, that not even that, it's right before we got the reveal from Aoyama being the traitor. He revealed that he has all his friends overseas handling, causing destruction for different countries, right? And we don't know how powerful those people are at all. What we do know is that they have to be something somewhat significant as far as in power and strength and effectiveness, to where the entire country, multiple countries all around the world, are being taken down. Now, how I see it is,
Crowd.
So we're gonna allow. But how I see it is, if that is a foreshadowing, then I believe that is obviously after the events that happens here in Japan, right? Makes sense. But what they're doing is they're traveling internationally. They're traveling internationally to defeat international. Because you got to remember, taking out All for One here doesn't stop the fact that everyone else in the world is being destroyed. Every other area in the world is being destroyed or being affected. So it's like, okay, well, now that we help Japan, we have to help the world. Does that make sense? Very simple, at least on that area. So I think that ultimately answers the question. It could be, it could not be. It could just be like just a little thing. But if it is, which I think it could be, it would mean that they're on their international travels, trying to take down international heroes. I mean, international villains that All for One, used or told to wreak havoc around the world.
Well, that's depending on the Batman sort of thing.
Hey,
what? Here's what I mean. So the whole thing with Batman, he after his parents died, after he got through all his school stuff, he traveled the entire world and learned martial arts. Like in Batman Begins and many other incarnations of the character, it's shown that he trained under martial arts, he trained around the world and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So like if Horikoshi is so like inspired by American comics, I assume like if you're saying it like that, he's basically taking the Batman sort of mental like sort of origin like that and applying it to all of Class A.
Well, I don't know if they're gonna be learning, but they could be, because you gotta remember, well, I mean, it is kind of canon.
You know what I mean?
But they could be. It is kind of canon. It is canon. My Hero Academia movie 3, Road Hill's Mission. Even like the heroes before we got all this stuff. Even the heroes from Ward Hill's Mission, international heroes, they were saying we have friends over in Japan, so they're obviously knowing and connecting themselves to like these Japanese people. So what could very much have happened is like the people who were connected to like certain heroes, they just go to those countries and help out. Because remember, as I was saying earlier, the power creep in My Hero Academia is astronomical. People like, you can't really look at My Hero Academia a year ago, or like even like the events of My Hero Academia season 6. It just happened. Class A is clapping like Class 8 in. Like Ida is. I'm still kind of curious on this actually, because I think hopefully this is like a consensus. This has to be like relative to like. This has to be relative. That has to be relative to a 5.
I'm also looking at the panel that was posted in the chat. So like clearly, Shoto got a haircut. Deku's costume did get upgraded. You can even see the stitching of Gran Torino's cape to like a new fabric.
What chat?
What
chat?
In the events chat, it's like go to the it's
there's a chat.
There's a chat for events, yeah.
Guy, I didn't know this guy. Jeez, what? Next time, tell me.
I thought you knew.
Hey, listen. All right, listen. Mind your business.
Okay,
I didn't know this.
I was saying, yeah, it's like, yeah, Deku got a stitched up cape. Shoto got that nice haircut.
Bakugo got a different hairstyle. Kirishima's hair is growing out, and he had a little. Oh, Kirishima got a little thing on the bottom.
Also, I love. You know something funny? I see people on Instagram point this out. I think in context, Deku and Uraraka are holding hands. I think that's a pretty funny thing. They're close.
I say Deku and Ochako obviously are like the match made. There's nobody. Ooh,
like,
hold on, what's
the
that?
whole thing about it is like it's too obvious. It's like they're obviously gonna be together, especially like. Oh, I was gonna bring it up. You remember the exhibition arts, right?
Yeah.
We got the Ayuama one hinted at him being the traitor. The Togo one sort of hinted at stuff, and we got the Twice stuff. But what about that one with Deku no Ochako falling from the sky? Like.
Horikoshi says that that's nothing significant to the story. Well, or as far as like that panel is not going to be in the story, but I think that what that does connect to.
He said something like it would not symbolize, but like it would be like if I wanted to explore the relationship deeper.
Yeah, so like, it's not something that's significant, like that's going to actually happen in the story, but like that'd be the thing. But what I think could happen, I mean, We still gotta get the Toga situation. Okay, I do think that at the end of the day, everyone's gonna be in the final war, in the final area together. Everyone, in my opinion, I think everyone will. I don't know how. I don't know when, where, why. I don't know. Maybe Shirakumo. Maybe it's Shirakumo. But I think Ochako and Deku, not just them two, but like everybody else, I think Ochako and Deku will ultimately be there because they have like similar things. Ochako, Deku, and Shoto, they have to kill somebody. With all respects to like the character, Ochako, Deku, and Shoto, they have their own villains that they have to take out. Toga.
Speaking of that, what storylines do we have to wrap up? We have the Deku Shigaraki situation. We got the Toga Twice stuff, the Dabi stuff. All for One is still being a freaking Demon Menace cosplayer. And what else? What else is there left? Is that the only ones left?
We
Aoyama
still
and
have
that
the
flower
Zero.
dude.
Well, it's not Aoyama and the flower thing, dude, necessarily. It's just more so Aoyama being the traitor and getting, obviously, there still needs to be some punishment or something that happens to Aoyama or something around that idea. I think Aoyama's going to die. I think he's going to sacrifice himself.
Izawa.
Please give some consequences.
Well.
I need the consequences.
Izawa and Shirakumo.
You have, wait, what?
Izawa and Shirakumo and Kurogiri. On Present Mic.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was mentioning earlier. The Shirakumo situation, because I think Shirakumo is going to be the one that brings everybody together. How? Mind your business. I don't know. But you have that. You have. I still need to. Well, we still have to have the Shinso situation, but that's probably more so be that in aftermath because it doesn't. Yes, it does, but it doesn't make sense. It's like, you know, the whole he's actually in the war thing. It's a lot of craziness that goes that's going with that. But him and that, what else? I just had it in my head. I said Aoyama.
Zero.
I said Kirishima. Oh yeah. We still have to get the spinner. We have to go back and get the spinner. Shoji and the spinner is not done. we had to resolve that storyline of the heteromorphs and stuff like that, and the discrimination that goes on with them. So pretty much the whole thing is all the major villains and all the major plays, they need to at least have the knowledge or the right perspective in their mind. And they need to be contemplating that before they die, or you know, whether they survive. And obviously that's just, I don't know. But
thank you, Jehovah. Sorry if I butchered your name. You mentioned Sero. Horikoshi mentioned in the interview 2 years ago when the final act started that Sero would have a big fight scene.
Yeah, he will.
Where is that?
I mean, he said the same thing about Shoji. And Shoji
we got the Shoji stuff.
So what we gotta do is we gotta wait because I think Sero is actually with Aoyama. I believe so. I believe Sero is with Aoyama. Let me actually check the panel.
I feel like that's right.
Sero is with Sato. Aoyama is with a Fat Gum in the parking lot.
Yeah.
You see.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Do you know what chapter on? Yeah. Do you know what chapter it is?
Yeah, Tokoba National Tokoba Arena is where Ojiro, Sato, and Sero are, and then Aoyama is in a different location with Fat Gum.
Yeah, okay.
I'm looking at
353. 353?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was the chapter after Dabi. Or when
Dabi
they
and
found
Shoto.
out, when they found out Shoto clapped Dabi's cheeks. He's his brother though, pause.
Messed up, man.
Hey yo. Yeah, so National Takaba. Oh, that's actually crazy because that's the area where that's the area where Deku cleaned up in the beginning of the story, the Takaba Municipal Beach. Okay.
Honestly, can I just say when it comes to one thing I think about is what will be the final where will be the final area or panel of My Hero Academia? I think the perfect final panel or area would be to where it all started with Deku on that beach. You know.
Oh, yeah, that could be the case. That could be.
It ended where it all started on that same beach where he cleaned it all up. You know.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, it's not you. It's like I didn't know they had you can see chats. You can see the chat on the top right of the thing. It's coming down. That's so cool. Hey, y'all keep chatting in there. That's so cool. And listen, I'm learning about this so much. This is kind of cool. Forgive me. Sorry.
Well, you better learn it more just in case more events are a thing.
Hey, listen. I'm trying to keep it consistent. Now y'all know me and that word consistent is crazy. But listen, don't judge me. All right, I'm trying my best. And now we're here.
Hold on. What does this man say? Wait, hold on. Imagine All for Ones ends up on that beach and takes Nabe Laser away from Aoyama. He loses Quirk at the
That's
place
crazy.
where Deku.
Hey yo. Who put that?
J Kid.
Oh, J Kid 14. That's crazy. Nah, I don't think that's gonna happen. That'd be crazy. If that does, I'm like, yo.
Wait,
I mean, he could.
Shigaraki dies. The place where Deku got his quirk.
That'd be crazy.
That'd
actually be crazy. No. What's the name? I do think. Nope. You're definitely right. Where is this? Takobo Air Arena. We haven't seen anything from there. Okay, my question is this. All right. There's no. We haven't got. Okay, so we know that this is the Jaku Hospital ruins. Okay, boom. We know that location. National Takobo Arena. And then it says up in the sky, UA main building. This has to be the same thing, right? This has to be Takobo Arena. There's no, right? Because it just continues. It doesn't say what this area is. Why is it not saying what
but it
this
looks like
area
the parking lot from 343.
Oh, yeah.
When they
yeah.
first showed up on Aoyama bus.
What area was that?
No, just 343 when All for One shows up. To me, it looks the same. I might be wrong, but it looks like the same. When they right after they shoved them in 344, I think it is. It looks like the same area to me where the Aoyama didn't actually teleport anywhere.
Yeah,
but
you would still think they would identify it, right?
It's odd they didn't mention exactly where they are. But the only issue with being talked about is that there's a UA school in the air right between the two.
Yeah.
So it still breaks it up.
It's still there.
The reason why they didn't mention it is, if I am correct, the reason why they didn't mention it is because everybody else left there and they were still where they started. That's why they didn't name me.
Yeah. Okay, we see Aoyama right here. All right, I want to see if we have a panel of him going inside of the what is it called? The warp gate. Because if we don't, then that means that definitely is the area. And so basically, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to have an understand. Oh shoot, no music. The music turned off. It's fine. Y'all haven't been listening to the music from just in general. All right. So who has? We don't see it. Of course we do. Of course we don't see it. Of course they don't show people going into the this panel right here, by far the best panel. Or best low key. It's not the best panel. Let me stop. But this panel right here is so dope.
One of the best panels.
This panel here is so cool.
Let me just say, despite my problems with the final arc,
Horikoshi
has had some of the best arc.
Final problems.
I have problems I don't want to mention. I have to reread.
What problems do you have with the final arc?
I don't know.
Go ahead. Just continue. Getting judged. Come on. We're not gonna judge you
I don't know. I had to
for real.
I have mixed opinions on the mutant storyline and All for One and Bakugo come back to life. All that. Especially Bakugo. I don't want that dude to stay dead. But
my gosh, how many times have I told you all? Patience
Put them up in
is
the
the greatest thing.
They are at the same location.
Okay, here's the thing.
They're at the same location.
Why I don't like critiquing the final arc is because I have to wait for Horikoshi to cook. Until he finishes this arc, I'm not gonna really finalize an opinion on it.
Then wait for him to cook.
Then
wait for him to cook. So how I see it is you want to wait for him to cook, but you don't at the same time because it's not that you don't, but it's kind of hard to miss it. It's man, just let him cook. I've been saying it for years.
For example, something funny. I think one of my problems with My Hero and the final act is the lack of consequences when it comes to characters, and I wanted to make a video on that. But then I was like, wait. Horikoshi could have completely bamboozled me and put consequences for characters at the very end. And I'm like, fuck, I had to wait.
100%. My thing is, I want to be as consistent as possible. This is just a me thing, so, don't, whatever. But I like things to be consistent. If I'm going to have a thought, I want it to be as consistent as possible. I do. I want to debunk everything that I ever think to make sure it actually is the truth. Which is why when I hear people say things My Hero Academia is rushed, or like, oh, like we got the Deku versus Shigaraki fight already, like that, like we haven't even gotten these different things, and then Horikoshi like a chapter later goes to a different area back in time to like bring us up to speed on that. Like it's like this is the reason why I try to tell myself so much. I try to tell myself all the time that, hey, patience. I'm letting Horikoshi do what he does, and it's only because that's just how I think. I'm not telling people to think like that necessarily, but I do want people to understand that the reason why you have so much like dislike for something that hasn't even concluded, like to me, it doesn't make sense that for people to not like the whole Bakugo thing. Because you don't know how things will go. Like that's the only reason why. That's literally the only reason why. Because if you're saying that means that you're either saying one or two things. You're saying either you don't like the way that he came back, which you haven't seen yet, or two, you don't like deaths in manga in general when the character come back. Like you don't like the idea of dying and coming back in any manga. So if you enjoy a series or if you enjoy any death where somebody dies and comes back, then that obviously means that it's the former, in which you don't like the fact that the idea of Bakugo dying and coming back, but you don't know how he actually will come back. You don't know what actually created it.
362 was a beautiful chapter. That was like a beautiful death to Bakugo's character.
I think it was fantastic. Obviously, I can't say obviously he's going to come back, but I don't think I think he's going to come back. I just don't know how he's going to come back. I don't know like what if My Hero Academia ends and he comes back at like just way towards the end. Like way towards the end, and it has to do with like Kaminari also using his electricity, because it's not just the fact that his heart completely stopped. Like that's a whole different thing, right? So he actually needs some type of voltage to kind of like get him back up. Like it's so many different things. It's so many different things. Horikoshi actually has been setting things up relatively well, and even the Nimpo thing. I thought that was like before. I was like, dang. I didn't really care too much about it. But I was like, I didn't know that he actually knew. No, when you reread My Hero Academia, you realize, oh shoot,
it
like he
over and over and over again.
This man says that all the time. He's like, yeah, man, I played around inside him. I know how to do all that stuff. I put him out to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I played him outside.
To that point, Weiss, I want to say I was watching Semblance of Sanity, their MHA season 6 episode 6 review, and they brought up what Edgeshot could do. They mentioned that he could destroy someone's heart and then hold it together. They don't read the manga. They just brought up theorizing what 2D courts can do. I was like, what in the world?
Yeah, it's
so, that was wild to me. But I think the biggest thing of patience in My Hero Academia is Off One and Shigaraki, that situation. People kept saying, oh, Horikoshi ruined Shigaraki's characterization, blah, 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 blah. He wrote the guy's characterization. He cares about it more than anybody else.
He knows what he's doing, man.
So if it's disappointing for you, that's the point. Off One stole this man's life away from him. And that's why Shigaraki's comeback is so important. But I don't know. Saying it with Nagant or Gentle or any of that, the filler arcs, the wasted characters, is never the case.
It's such a weird. It's so, and I rock with it. But it's for me. I always question, because it's hard to perceive something you don't perceive. That makes sense, right? Like it's hard to kind of you know why it's going to real life stuff. It's hard to tell somebody who doesn't make any money. Like everybody here has seen TikToks, right? Everybody here has seen TikToks or YouTube Shorts. I guarantee that in the last 30 days, I can go in your YouTube search and find like a video about how to make $1 million. I guarantee we've seen videos where it's like, oh, how to start a business or how to start this. And in that video, oh, you can generate hundreds of thousands of dollars. And if you go in the comment section of like a lot of TikToks of like these advices and stuff like that, when it comes to money advice and like, oh, like X amount of money isn't a lot of money. It's hard to perceive that like $1 million or like these people who make tens and hundreds of $1 million. It's hard to perceive that $1 million isn't a lot of money because you don't make a lot of money. You don't make that type of money, right? And the same thing is true with this. It's like it's hard to perceive that something is bad when you think it's good. It's hard to perceive something is good when you think it's bad. Right? It's like it's hard to like I think this, but I have to like change the way that I think completely to be able to like see this. It's weird. It's very difficult. The only thing that I say, I've said this on so many occasions that it's like it's starting. I mean maybe it's not like a what is called like a record, like a broken record, but I've said it on so many occasions. Where is it at? I have read. Whenever I feel like crazy about My Hero Academia, I always go back to this volume of My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia Volume 1. And I open up the first page and I read exactly what that says. Right here, it says, "This is my third series to be collected into graphic novels. Forgive me if this sounds reckless, but the thing I prioritize most when drawing manga is creating something that I can enjoy. This one might not remain popular, but for now, I'll just be happy if everyone finds it as fun as I do." Now, the reason why I go back to that panel right there is because it shows the mental state that Horikoshi was in when he started writing the story. He had two series
he mentioned like after his last series bombed with only 2 volumes, he
Yep.
was depressed.
He was depressed and all that stuff. So
And it's like, okay,
and him-
I need to give myself one last shot.
Exactly. And him writing this story, he didn't even believe that it would be good. He didn't believe that people would think it was good. He didn't believe it would be popular. And now it's one of the top 10 most sold mangas in Shueisha, right? It's one of the most popular manga or series in the entire story, and it's all because he wrote the story that he thought he could enjoy. So what I said from an early time of me consuming My Hero Academia and talking about My Hero Academia is I want to enjoy the story that Horikoshi writes no matter what. If the story bombs, the story is trash at the end or whatever, I'm like, as far as the ending and it's not satisfying, it's not going to be not satisfying to me because my satisfaction doesn't come from whether the story is great or if the ending is exactly the way that I want it or not. My whole thing is if Horikoshi writes a story the way he ends it, he concludes it, that means that he sees things in a specific way. So I want to see things the way that he sees it because I really enjoy My Hero Academia. I just want to, just like you said, I just want to enjoy the journey of My Hero Academia. And I can criticize it as well. But this is like how I think, and then because I think that way, when I hear other people say things that like it doesn't match up with the way that I think, it's hard for me to be able to be like, yeah, you're definitely right. But there's something wrong with the story. Well, what's wrong with the story? And I like in my head, I'm like, I'm curious, like, what do you think is wrong with the story? And a lot of times it's just because people don't perceive things, in my opinion, the way Horikoshi is intending. The reason why I say that is because I'll even say things like, what do you think this character is like? And I'm not talking about you, Matt. But I'm saying like, what do you think this character means? Or like, what is the theme of the story? And they'll be like, oh, what does it mean to be a hero? No, it's not. Horikoshi specifically said in the interview what the actual theme of the story is. It's what makes a hero. Now, I didn't know that until I did research. I came to that conclusion because it seemed like that was the case, right? It seemed like Horikoshi put an emphasis on what made you who you are rather than why do you, like, what does it actually mean to be who you are? It seemed like that was the way he was going. But he once he said it in an interview, I was like, oh, this is fantastic. I'm actually on the money. So when I hear people say like there's something wrong, I'm always curious. I'm like, okay, well maybe it's just because you don't see it the way that Hori is trying to express it, and that can be because of Hori and because of you, or because of you, or because of both of y'all. You read so many different mangas, you read so many different animes, or read so many different books.
I have not read other manga, to be fair.
Oh, I mean, it's just, but you do have like a way of consuming content that's a specific type of way, and if you can break that down for yourself, then maybe you can expand that. But if you can't, then it's gonna be like you're just gonna be reactionary. You're gonna be like, dang, this chapter was trash, or dang, I have so many gripes. It's
to
like
be fair
patience,
with me,
my friend.
To be fair with me, it's like with how conflicted I am with my life, it's sort of
my life is crazy. Whoa.
With, wait, let me speak, man. With how conflicted I have with thoughts in my life, I'm really conflicted with stuff in movies and shows. Like I can't process an opinion well, so it's like I have to constantly think. Okay, I have to reread, I have to rewatch to actually process my full opinion. And it's like, sort of like like that.
Why don't you think you can process opinions or create?
I don't know. My mind is all like, I don't know. Like,
what would you think? Like I'm curious. Cause it's hard to. What would you think?
I mean, I think at first, like, it's funny. Like, for example, Ninjago Crystallized, like, a finale to one of my favorite shows. I thought, okay, it was satisfying at first. But then I was, like, thinking more and more, okay, I'm starting to not like this. I had to really process and process and process.
Oh, and you don't know why you don't like it?
Yeah, it's like I have to, like, go back in and think, okay, what was my main problem with it? And like, and I know what for example, my problem with Ninjago Crystallize is that it is very inconsistent, kind of has character moments. It's like, it's sort of like, it sort of ruined some stuff I liked about Ninjago. And that's like why I kind of don't like it. And, that's why I want to make a video on it too. It's like, I want to make a video on why the ending left me unsatisfied, to fully process my thoughts, sort of.
All right, so I have a criticism. Let me see if it resonates with you as as an actual valid criticism.
Okay.
I have been, like you said, I love the story. I want to take the story for what it is. What I see as a theme coming out of the story is the blowback of what makes a hero. In the process of making a hero, the hero society that gets generated in that process, you actually end up getting your villains. 9 times out of 10 in these stories, the bad guy, the antagonist that they're fighting, is there because of the negative outcomes of what they do on a day-to-day. Like the regular functioning of hero society. Lady Nagant was a great, that whole arc, the whole Dark Deku thing where they get into the nitty-gritty of the bad parts of hero society. It's like, oh, well, this stuff is directly generating villains. Shigaraki, he's a direct, on hero society. He is a judgment on it. He wouldn't exist if the hero society was functioning the way that it was supposed to. If anybody could come up to a child and help them if they were distressed. Well, no, a hero's going to take care of it. All Might will come. So, like, there's this societal problem that gets generated by how hero society functions. And my criticism is, at this point, seeing how far along the story has come, seeing where the story is going to culminate, they aren't ever going to, like, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I think that heteromorph arc is done. I think that's how Horikoshi has resolved it. I don't think we're going to go back and like see how they flesh out how people are going to deal with heteromorphs. That whole keep your chin up and it'll be good soon because some people are nice. That was the closure for the heteromorphs. Like, move to the city, maybe you won't be exposed to as much violence. Like, they aren't ever going to touch on like how to stop making villains in a systematic way through what they do every day. Like, it's going to come down to punches and blows where like somebody blows up, a villain gets killed, and then everybody is the best hero ever. I don't think it's going to come with that resolution where like hero society's restructured. We're going to take care of these people X, Y, and Z. Like, I would love to see that, but I see him like the story is starting to come to a place where it can only get resolved in the way that a shonen gets resolved, where there's like a big, like we're in that big knockout, drag out fight. There's already a bunch of destruction. There's already going to be more villains created from the blowback of these actions. Even the, regular rank and file civilians aren't, happy with what's going on and get constantly feeling like they're being let down. That's going to generate villains. So like, I would love to see like that thing that I think he's drawn a lot of attention to in his writing, get a proper touch, get a proper address.
That's actually valid, I think, for the most part. I do think that Horikoshi has attempted, and I think it's very consistent. It just depends on, again, how active you're like looking at the story and like the way that you're looking at it, like the different like chapters that connect to certain chapters, and that's just the way that I think personally. But I do think he has actually worked on that. Horikoshi is not saying that that hero society is the answer to not making villains. He's not. Right. He's never in the story was it stated. However, that's what the villains say. The villains say society ultimately made like this.
Over and over again. It's a constant thing with them. Yeah.
But in the story, is that consistent? Is Horikoshi has Horikoshi ever put a character in place in the story that would tell us that society is the way that we are not going to create villains anymore? He's never stated that. What he has said is the ultimate thing about what makes a hero or a villain, going back to 354. Oh no, 363. What chapter was Bakugo's death? 362.
362, yeah.
So 363, going to MHA 363, what Horikoshi says is what makes a villain is what? I'm sorry. What makes a hero, or why do heroes do what they do ultimately is what? I'm gonna go to it right now, so that we can see it together. 3-6. No, it wasn't 363. It was like 364, right? Or something like that. It was
363 was
Yeah,
the
it was
All for One
364.
CAD reveal, and
It was
364 was when Ed Shot came in and like.
But notice the words that he's using. He didn't say children observe a society. He says children observes adults as they grow, and adults in turn support their children as they pass it forward. So allow me to use an example if you give me a little bit of time, right? So let's use Bakugo for example. I know a lot of people are like, how is Bakugo like the way he is, right? Like how the heck is Bakugo the way he is? I mean, at least that's kind of how
Quirk influence.
Nope, it's actually not, right? It's two things. Before I thought it was his quirk, and then as I was rewatching My Hero Academia, I realized that this statement is true. The kids are looking up to the parents or the adults that are in their area, and the adults are affirming the type of person that the children is ultimately going to be, right? And that is the determining factor on what will make you who you actually are. The support or lack of support that you have for your that a parent or that adults have for children or people who are more impressionable, right? So when we go to Bakugo's, when All Might goes to Bakugo's house to kind of recruit them, or try to see if they are okay with Bakugo coming to UA barracks and stuff like that. The first thing she says is, "Oh, I can't imagine this is going to go well." Oh, whatever. That's actually All Might, whatever. Sure, sounds good. Stop smacking me, you hag. And then Bakugo says, "I'll see you flying." That's enough out of you. We wouldn't. She says this specific, and this is important to know. She says, "We wouldn't be in this mess if you hadn't been so weak and gotten caught in the first place."
Yep.
So the real question is, let me turn this light on. It's like okay, where did Bakugo get this idea of always be? You gotta be the best. You gotta be the strongest. He got it from his mom. His mom literally blamed him for being weak, being too weak, and got caught. So what created Bakugo to be the person he is, the person that he hates Deku so much, is because of his mom. It's because he always thought the strong wins, the weak lose. So Deku is the weakest, so he should be under. But why is Deku on the same? Why is Deku on the same size as me if he's weaker than me? Why is Deku on the same size as me when he has no quirk? And Inko influenced Deku.
Right.
You're right.
And Ochako and her parents. It's a big cycle.
Take care, Matt.
See you all later.
It was really awesome.
Enjoy your day.
With you.
But the adults, the parents, what Horikoshi has been saying is the parents are the people who influence their children. If you look at Koda, Anima, even when we finally got his little moment in
his
the
dad.
Whatever,
And
it's
mom,
like,
yeah.
oh my gosh, Koda, my little boy, like she's over here like going crazy about like how her son has like just done something super amazing and super awesome and super great, and then you go to Shoto, who's the perfect example, the Todoroki house, who's the perfect example of this. Dabi wanted to be a great hero, but his dad and his mom turned their backs because they didn't know how to control him. Shoto wanted to be a great hero. He didn't want to be like his dad because of the abuse he had for his dad. And guess who he went to? He went to his mom. And his mom was like, "Well, you still want to be a hero, right?" His mom was the one who supported him. So, the children look up to the adults. They observe the adults. And they determine, okay, I want to be that or I don't want to be that. And typically all children want to be good. Typically all children want to do good. Like
Tinko wanted to be a good kid.
Tinko wanted to be a great kid. But guess who didn't? Which is the second portion of it. It says adults in turn support the children. So did Did Ray and Engie or Endeavor, did they? I mean, you could say this. They didn't really support him. They didn't support him. But did Ray not support Shoto? She did.
Right.
She supported Shoto.
Even after hurting him.
Even after hurting him, she still wanted him. She like they went 10 years without talking to each other, and then he finally went up there, and she said, "I love you, I forgive you. Like, you can be a great hero." She supported everything about him.
And what's wild though is what she's saying about Dobby. We all have to stop.
We all have to.
Family.
Yes. So
even now she sees him as something that has to be
exactly.
So it's all about how Shoto is actually trying to support. He wants to go save his brother. He
wants to save him so he can so that they can eat soba noodles together, which is what he said before the final war. He's doing him as a human. So like the whole villainy isn't gonna stop. Well, Horikoshi never said it was.
Well, it's just more I think about how you address it.
So the Colonel
is adults take care of the children.
Exactly. The whole point is the reason why heteromorphs. The whole story is what makes you who you are. That's the truth. That is the whole story. The whole story is never forget who you are. What made you who you are. Those are the two things. The villains can't forget who they are, nor can they forget what made them who they are. It's hard.
Right.
People who have been discriminated against, they know where they came from. They came from a life of trauma.
Right.
They know what they came from. They know who they are because they're themselves.
Right.
But the people above them was not supportive of them. Now, you have Shoji, and I personally loved the whole concept of the heteromorph focus of it, and I love the fact that it was not. And I know it sounds crazy, but I love the fact that it's not a major plot line in the story.
Right.
Because it's not it's not meant to be a major plot line in the story. Heroism, or that has nothing to do with heroism. It has everything to do with treating people the way that they're supposed to be treated, which is not which is not what heroes and villains, which is not the concept of heroes and villains in and of itself.
It can be applicable in those moments, but it's not equivalent.
It's 100%. But the whole even when you look at Shoji. And I think Shoji is after hearing his backstory, he is definitely him. Shoji going through all that stuff and all that discrimination and whatever, and he still wanted to be a hero. But guess what? He also had people to support him. It was a little bit, it was not much, but he had somebody. And when you don't have anybody, then you will fall into hatred. When you don't have anybody to cling on, you fall into hatred. Interestingly, the contrast is to Shoji is who? Spinner. Spinner was discriminated against for a long time, and he was seeking for resolve. He was seeking for resolve, and the person who made much sense to him, the person who to him he gets it. It was who? Stain. So from there, he decided to be a villain because of Stain. Because Stain was a villain, but he not only decided to be a villain, but he also wanted to be the type of villain that Stain was. He wanted to be one who has strong conviction. He wanted to be someone who only takes out, or who only focuses on taking out the fake heroes, not the real ones.
Still about justice.
It's still about justice. So, every character, you can give me a single character, so long as we have a backstory, but almost every single character in the story of relevance has a backstory where they were treated wrong. They were seeking for somebody to help them, which is where the hero come in.
Right.
They didn't get it, or they got it from other people, and that person was bad.
Right.
And they became the type of person that ultimately supported what it is that they were doing. All for one, picking up Shigaraki and being his hero. He was a hero to Shigaraki or to Tinko.
Yeah.
He validated him. He said, you don't deserve none of this.
Right.
Which is why he started on the road to hatred for heroes. But it wasn't because he didn't want to be a hero. It wasn't because he just was ever. We know Tinko wants to be a hero. He just can't trust nobody. Because he literally, for the longest part of his entire life, nobody came. Nobody came.
So, like I'm saying, those are You have these very clear examples of how,
Yes.
why, and what's going wrong.
Mm-hmm.
All I want, like even if it's a talk no jutsu, even if it's a talk no jutsu at the end of
Yeah.
the series, where it's like somebody acknowledge, like Ochako acknowledging Toga's existence. Because really, like when you go back through everything, that's
I think
really
she
what
will.
she's looking for.
Yeah, I think she will.
Like
I think she will. 'Cause that's
she
the
wouldn't
entire
be a
story.
villain. She wouldn't
Mhm.
be a villain if somebody just accepted who she was and gave her the ability to live her life in a normal way and was accepting of who she is as a person. Like
100%.
like if the
It's
same
all
thing
with
could happen
love.
for some, and like that was the thing that gets broadcast.
Yeah.
That's the thing that stops the war.
Yeah.
And that changes society for the. I would love that ending. I would love
think-
that ending.
I
That
think
would be the ending.
I think that's something that's going to happen. I do think that's going to something to, because when you
I
look
hope
at
so.
when you look at Toga's character, Ochako is finally figuring out what Shoto and Deku has already accepted. Like and this is the thing that I've said it so many times. Shoto is the greatest hero. Deku is not going to be the greatest hero by himself. If hero charts are still a thing, Deku and Shoto will be like in Class 1A. They're going to be there because from the moment they stepped into the story, they were meant to be the strongest. They were meant to be the great. They were meant to be great heroes. So naturally, they have it innately in themselves to be natural born great heroes. If you go throughout the entire story, you know how everyone says, oh, like Deku is that guy, he's a true hero. Like that guy, Shoto is the only other student in the entire story where everyone outside of Mirio is too. But Shoto is the only other student in the entire story that gets the same. He's a real hero. He's gotten it from Stain. He's the only one. Classmates are saying Ida, like he's the only person that outside of Deku that has also gotten the
Stamp of
the
true
whole
heroism.
Yeah, like the whole you are a true hero, and it's because everything he does is because of others. It's to help others. Not a single thing is for himself. Not a single. And obviously, it took him. The only thing that he had to work on was obviously his relationship with his father, the hatred that he had for his father. Everything else, he's a great hero.
And
Everything else, he's a great hero. And it wasn't even because of his father. He was, and this is the crazy part about it. He was doing all that with his father because he hurt his mother. Not because of him. Every time he talked, he was like what he did to mother. It's never because of what he did to me. It's always what he did to her. And I want to make sure she's good. Even his reason for not talking to her for 10 years, or when she was in the hospital, whatever, when he put her in the hospital, he stopped talking to her for 10 years. And the only reason why he did it, not because of hatred, but because he didn't want to show his left side to his mom because he knew what trauma it brought to her.
Yeah.
It wasn't even because I hated her or she hurt me and she put this scar on my eye. When he got the scar, the first thing he said was, "You're the reason why he did it." She did it. Endeavor. It's just like.
And I will even agree with you. I will agree with you that it is the big three now because Bakugo has actually.
Bakugo been stepping up.
Like he fully came all the way around. Like after that Deku apology,
yeah,
dude was doing what he was doing for, not to be the best, not to win, to
now he's
to be a
shifting.
Good hero. To
Yeah,
actually help people.
But he died. So,
yeah.
But he's out of here.
On that note, I have to go do dad stuff.
Oh, of course, man.
Thank
take
you
care.
so much. This was so much fun, man.
100%. Hopefully, we can start doing this more. I like this. I never knew.
Yeah, I want to do this more. This was good.
Yeah,
you got to talk about muscle form one day.
100%. 100%. 100%. That's his own conversation right there. Take care, though, man. That was fun. Wow. How long have we been streaming? Somebody look it up. Oh, I can look it up. 2 hours and 30 minutes. Sheesh. 2 hours and 30 minutes. This was fun. This was fun. Hold up. Wait a minute. Don't tell me I'm going to start streaming again. This is fun. This was fun. You trying to last longer? Hey, yo, whoa. What you mean by that, Nathan? Whoa. You wildin'. You wildin'. Yo, Hey, yo! I didn't say it. I didn't say it. He said it. Hey, yo! What you mean by that, boy? What you mean by that, man? What you got going on in your head? But do I want to continue streaming? I feel like I want to continue streaming, but I have to start working on the script for a video. I might continue streaming. I might stay on for like another hour. Maybe get off at like 5. Cause this right now it's 3:55 right now. So yeah, I'll probably stay on for like another hour or something like that. I kind of like this angle. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do this more. I have to. I have to do this more. This little thing. I'm trying to figure out like what is the best thing for me to do to get this channel to like 10,000. I want 10,000 subs on this channel. Can you do a One Piece debate? I don't read a lot of One Piece in order to do it. One Piece debates. That's the thing. I don't do. So my thing is, I don't typically do like. I have to get more into One Piece, but I'm not like I don't want to be known as like a debater outside of like narrative stuff. So like that's the thing that I care about. Narrative debates, sure, theories and all that stuff. Even the concept of the idea of like even versus battles I can do, sure. I just like with One Piece is crazy. Like I definitely I would love to be like in like the One Piece sphere. It's so intimidating though. It's so intimidating. Like it's so many like this ridiculous like headhunters. I don't even know what I would even do. Because I want to bring something new. If I'm going to come into the One Piece space, I have to bring something new. I am going to talk about One Piece on my main channel as well. I am going to talk about it. So, yeah, I mean, I can definitely do something like that. But it's going to be a lot. But yeah, I do agree, you know. But I ultimately want to do it. Like I think I know what I need to do. I just have to like post content. Cause I mean, for the most part, I can't even say I need to post content. I really need an editor. I think that's what I need. If I can like stash up some cash and oh shoot, you're in. Okay. If I can stash up some cash, let me invite you in, man. If I can stash up some cash. I get a little editor for this channel. Like that'd be crazy good. The past few streams have been fun, honestly. Has it? I'm glad you enjoy. What's going on, Nathan? Can I call you Nathan? Okay. Can't hear you. Oh, I can hear you now.
That long to fix my mic. I apologize.
No, you're good. What do you think of the idea? Hey, everything. Hey, today's stream has been actually really, really fun. It's been really fun. So I've been good. You? Oh, you done went ghost on me. All right. Hold up. Oh, shoot. Okay. We're good. What do you think of the idea of All For One placing his hatred and stockpile as a way to control his little brother? But Yoichi created One For All and passed it on, and that's why All For One wants One For All so badly. I don't think All For One wants One For All because of the power. Or, let me not say that. I don't think All For One wants One For All just because of the power. I think All For One wants One For All because of his brother. I think All For One desires desires to be with his brother. You good, you good. Take your time. But I don't think All For One wants one for all. I don't think All For One wants one for all because of his brother. Thank you. I'm sorry. What am I talking about? I don't think All For One wants one for all because of the quirk. Or at least to an extent. I think to an extent it has to do with his backstory and his brother. And like I think he truly loved his brother. I think he did everything in life just for his brother. But his brother would not accept it. I need to make that video. Okay, all right, chat. I have to make that video. But I just don't know what the title and the thumbnail would be. Not like Itachi, because like he didn't even tell. I think All For One did all he did for his brother, but his brother was like just rejecting it. He was like, "No, I don't want this." And then All For One was like, "Nah, like this is just how it's gonna be." Oh. Bro, what? I didn't even know I could do that. What the heck? Oh man, hold up. Oh shoot. Oh, that's so. Oh, let's go. All right, that's pretty cool. All right, take care, man. Yeah, I'm probably about to go ahead and sign off myself. Take a little break, and I'll probably I might try to like set a plan to figure out what it is that I want to do for this channel. Cause it's like, what can I do? What can I do for this channel? What can I do for this channel to make it like successful, or give me like the give me subscribers? Cause at this point, I really want to build the subscribers, or I really want to build community on this channel too. I don't know. Maybe I just stream on this channel, or I just do live reactions on this channel. I do live reactions and streams on this channel. Maybe that's the case. So I do live reactions and streams on this channel. Ooh. Yeah, I might just do that. I might do like live reactions and streams on this channel. And then my other channel is like for my content. I feel like if you keep doing that consistently, you build up more subs, but it would just be a process. Yeah, okay, so okay. I can definitely do this. Well, like every Saturday. Every Saturday I can like do one of these. Every Saturday I can just do one of these, or maybe Friday night. Every Friday night I can do one of these for a couple hours. Every Friday night or Saturday I can do one of these for a couple hours. And just, just chill with the fellas. Chill with the fellas and the ladies. And I can open up in every single Friday night, I can open up the chat. I can open up a chat. And then maybe I can use you can use that for my content strategy. Like what if what if I like do like lives, right? What if I do like live streams like today, and then it's just so much time. I really will not have enough time to clip this stuff. I would need help. I would need help. Okay. I'll probably try to do it myself for a couple and then give an example, and then I might have to pay somebody to do it. But like go throughout my lives every now and then and like clip like little like 20 like 10 minutes, like 5 minutes, 10-minute little portion of a topic, of a question, a topic that we have, and then post it on like YouTube, and now post it on YouTube. Post it on my channel here as like its own little discussion, and then we can like build a community that way. That'd be actually dope. I think that'd be dope. All right, but yeah, it's about that time. I'm gonna go ahead and sign out. I love y'all. The fun stream. Hold up. Back it all the way up. Oh, that's bringing it in. Back it all the way up. It was a fun stream, chat. I enjoyed myself. Oh, Matt, yeah, 100%. Start I'll hop in again and say, have a good day, everybody. I'll see y'all later. Hey, take care, Matt. I got to see if I can do some My Hero Academia rereading. Like I said, having trouble sometimes processing thoughts. Hey, just take time and read it. I mean, if anything, just read like 2 chapters a day, 2-3 chapters a day, and then just randomly. What you can do is get a number generator on your phone and say, pick a random number from 1 to 385. You start from 229 and you just read like 3 chapters. So you read 229, 200, 300, 301. And then you just do that over and over and over again. All right, y'all. Love you all. And until next time, make sure you stand up and win your zone. I almost fell. And win your zone every single day. I love y'all. I'll see y'all next stream.